Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Booyah, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 2 of the AlbiGShow. I promised you guys I had something really special today, and I am delivering on that promise. I've got 2 of my closest friends and 2 of the kindest souls, the most beautiful souls I was blessed with meeting in my life. And we're going to kick it off short. I don't have any sponsors yet. Those motherfuckers don't want to sponsor me, but you will. Or else. Let's get it fucking going. Bang!
What you are about to hear is intended for mature audiences.
Loud noises!
Cock, ball.
Fuck you!
Kids, it's safe.
Show me where the drugs are!
TheAlbiGShow.
Who the fuck is this guy?
And where has he been all my life?
Are you from another planet?
His name is Albi.
This is about the government.
Genius.
All right, guys, we are fucking kicking it. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys so much. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. And when Sammy brought it up, I was fucking, what was it? It was like me post Red Dead Redemption 2. I was like, dude, I just fucking played Red Dead Redemption. I got mauled by a fucking bear. Bro, we have to shoot a podcast, and we need to do this right now. And Sammy was like, bro.
No, here's what happened. I said
I'm paraphrasing.
I have no idea what happened on this. So
he's on Instagram and he posted a story that he's playing Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'm like, I've been seeing like lots of people post about this game. And I'm like, this is gonna be an awesome game. So I'm like, hey man, we should hang out and do a podcast and play this game. And he shows up at my doorstep today without the game.
Yeah.
So this is like plan B.
You guys have to experience. I did like a fucking Tough Mudder getting my ass on over here.
Yeah.
A fucking case that weighs like 100-something pounds. My book
That
bag
is
alone
true.
was like 100 pounds. I know, bullshit
Where's the
excuses.
case? I haven't seen
But
it.
it's right
That
there.
thing
Bro.
right
It's
there.
like that.
It's where I
Yeah,
put
it's-
my stuff on top.
Yeah, you ever watch what's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger called? Mars?
When he has a baby.
Yeah, when he has not when he has a baby.
Man,
when he goes
I
to
think
the
that
fucking
movie's
Mars.
underrated. I haven't seen it since it came out, since I was like 5 when he has a baby. But Arnold Schwarzenegger being pregnant and having a baby, that's kind of ridiculous.
Wait, I'm not following. What happened?
You don't remember the story?
Oh, I'm in my 3rd trimester. Yeah.
So I don't. Maybe he was young. I don't remember
What the
how
fuck is
early he was in
happening?
his career, but he made a
Oh
movie
yeah, it was the movie back in the day.
when
I
Danny
saw that when I
DeVito
was
was
young.
the dad or some shit, and they fucking injected him with the
Going
baby.
to the chopper.
No, he just has a baby. He doesn't go to any job.
Imagine him going to the chopper
Oh shit.
with
And
the
he fucking-
baby.
And here's the problem. Here's my issue with that movie. Great movie. Like it's funny and shit. From what I remember, I watched it when I was 5.
Oh, twins.
What?
No. This is post Twins.
Dude,
This is post
okay,
Twins.
let me restart from the beginning.
Twins, then comes this.
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito are doctors in a fucking university somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't remember exactly the storyline, but for some reason they decided they're going to be the first doctors in the world to make a man pregnant.
Yeah.
Somehow Danny DeVito convinces Arnold Schwarzenegger that it's going to be him. So they inject this fucking built
Oh,
guy already
man, classics.
with a baby, and it grows. I don't fucking know where it grew, by the way. Like what, in his fucking stomach?
Nutsack. I don't know.
Dude,
He had
it
a
like
huge ass
literally.
And then
It,
here's my problem. That movie. I mean, of course, like funny and shit. But I'm just curious because at one point he delivers the baby. Where
Did they
that baby-
slice him open?
No,
they
C-section?
definitely gave him a cesarean section, bro. There's no way, dude. A dick hole can only stretch so much.
I knew you were gonna reach our level.
I've heard of some weird ass. I've heard of some weird ass porn where they put like bottles through their pee hole somehow. They get to that point.
That's
Al level, and then you've got fucking
so. Anyway,
I don't know
Arnold
about it.
Schwarzenegger movie.
Imagine I just watched it right before
beer
coming
bottles,
here.
dude. What the fuck?
The dude wanted to get drunk, man. He wanted to dispose.
They're bottle fucking
Recycled.
Neanderthals. That's what's happening.
So yeah, we all went to the Tony Robbins event last weekend
Yeah,
and had a very bro moment.
Dude, that was
Bro,
epic,
the
man.
3 bros.
absolutely.
Why is it the 5 amigos? It's just us. Forget these.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. why
no.
They
I had
left
a
us.
heart to heart with Sonny. Like I peered into his eyes.
Sonny is so homophobic, by the way.
Yes, he
Like,
is.
super
Yes, he
homophobic. Like,
is.
here's the thing. Me and Al were just chilling.
Yeah,
And
we're
like,
good.
like we were just like, I don't know what I said. I'm like, oh, I appreciate your friendship. Something stupid. And then Sonny turns and looks at us. He goes, "You guys are really gay." and I'm like, if you think we're gay from what we just did, you have
Wait,
no idea.
wait till you see us at peak gaydom.
At Chipotle.
At Chipotle. No, not Chipotle. At
He
Chipotle.
wasn't there either.
What did you call it?
V.
What did you call it?
He's like, does Chipotle exist in Toronto?
Chipotle?
It has to.
Chipotle.
No.
Chipotle.
She goes like, hey guys, can we go to Chipotle? Oh, what the
No, she said something worse than that. It was random.
No, then she says something else.
Chipotle.
Then she mentioned another place where she completely fucking
Chipotle.
obliterated it. It was horrible. I'm trying to remember it.
I mean, she was speaking in Canadian, so I had no idea what she was saying.
Yeah, not even. All I heard was syrup.
About.
and Canadian
That's all I
bacon.
heard.
About.
Carl Wood.
All right, guys. So we didn't do this before.
Yes.
Ladies and gents, this is when they introduce themselves. Sammy.
Hey, my name's Sammy. I'm a friend of Al's for the past 6
Forever.
years now,
Yeah.
and I actually met you, KDN, 6 years ago as well.
Yeah.
Wait, so same time?
Same. Oh no, hang on.
No,
Holy
it
shit,
wasn't the same time.
I met you 2 years later. I met you in
Yeah.
2014. I met Al in 2006, 12,
Yeah.
and just like a little crazy introduction. Al, when I met him, he was 19, but he's
18.
still. You were 18.
18 years old, baby.
Damn.
Bro,
Yeah.
but you're 25 right now, so how are you
24.
18? You're 24 right now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm a fucking
crazier
baby,
part
bro.
I
about
thought you were
that
25.
Is I
I'm a
met this kid,
baby
and I'm
in
like,
this bitch.
He's a fucking gigantic man.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
he's
fucking
like, I had no
gigantic
idea.
man.
And then one day we go to the club, and he's like, "Yeah, guys, I got in with my fake ID." And I'm like, "What?" He had just met this like
Oh my God, Karma! No, she was 34 years old.
we're talking about this smoking hot, half Asian, half Swiss, I think.
Yeah.
Half Asian, half Swiss. I love how
You're gonna kill my feet.
the viewers
No, the reason why you're gonna kill my feet is because I have this.
Oh, you
small
got
ass-
it on there.
the viewers
Small
Like I'm
ass
using
thing
your
that I'm
knee as
hanging
like a
on.
fucking
So the
elbow
listeners-
rest.
All right,
this-
now you can use it more.
the
All right.
listeners can't see, but what Al's doing now is I'm talking about this girl that
True.
he was seeing briefly, and just remembering her name Karma. Even he just like leans over in his chair, goes into like draw me like one of your French model positions, and he's just like smiling ear to ear. Here's what happened.
Wait, but
Beautiful
they
days.
have no idea that I'm right next to him sitting down. And my knee is like, I'm like, my heel is on top of the bottom of the
Dude,
chair.
you ever play like those old Mario games in like the Nightmare House? It's like those brick blocks that
Basically,
fall
it was
down. Yeah, I'm like,
uncomfortable.
what?
34-year-old smoking hot. She was either German,
you need
Asian,
to
or
She was Swedish.
Swiss,
She was a Swedish banker.
but she was definitely half Asian because you could tell.
Yeah,
she was-
yeah, yeah.
I think she was adopted or something. I don't remember the story.
think one
Either
of
way,
those.
so we show up to this club and he's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, but what should I do? And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, she's 34. And by the way, when I say 34, the club closed at 4, and she was like, where's the next party? She was fucking like, woo!
She was
partying,
on it.
man.
Yeah, dude. What she said was,
And then I was like to him, he's like, yeah, I'm 18 now. I turned around, I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, this 18-year-old kid just like met this fucking smoking 34-year-old Swedish banker or whatever. And I'm like, damn, son.
Damn, bro.
we were in
And he got-
Gansvoort
You're
for
going in,
Stan's
honey.
birthday.
And he got snuck into. We ended up at Le Souk.
Dude, you know what happened at
Oh,
Le
that's a
Souk?
nice.
I don't know how you even got. Oh, they didn't accept your fake ID at Le Souk.
No, they didn't accept my fake ID. But the bouncer, he looked like fucking Fat Albert. Like this dude was like fucking just monstrous of a man. Like just like he was like a behemoth, like a force of nature. He looks at me with like these fucking. I don't know if you guys watch UFC. Like this dude was like, what's his name? Derek Lewis. I think his name is Derek Lewis. The dude was like who just fought that Russian guy recently. He was like, I took my shorts because my balls was hot. That guy. Whatever. He just like that guy. He looks at me.
Sounds
He's
like
like,
a guy I
bro,
know.
I'm not gonna let you in, but I appreciate your hustle. Get in here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was in Le
Fucking
Souk.
said that.
Oh yeah,
He loves the hustle.
Because I do remember that we were in Le Souk and we were partying as well. And then I'm like, but if you didn't get it, but you told me the bouncer gave you shit, and that's when I found out you were 18. And I'm like, oh, but you're obviously over 21. You're like, I'm 18, and I was like, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story. That's how I know Al.
That was your break into.
And hang on. I know you from Lars,
Yeah.
but how did
You don't remember specifically
I
how
don't
we
remember
met, right?
specifically how we met.
Oh, this is what we were
Alright,
talking
so-
about. He
Introduce
doesn't
yourself.
have.
No
You
idea.
have phone. Okay.
Introduce
All
yourself.
right.
Before we go on a fucking tangent of just stories.
But I do want you to introduce as well, other than who you are, how you know me.
I'll get into that.
When we met.
Do I give my background story or what?
No, just make it brief,
So,
man. No, we don't
name
got time
is
for that
name
shit.
is KDN, KDN.
That's
Easy.
it. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
The door's that way, brother.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You're out of time. We're out of time, guys. So thank you for listening.
Brought to you by.
These
Get the
fucking
fuck
guys
out.
aren't gonna let me do my intro.
Do you know why? Because you're. Yeah. Anyway, let's do your thing. Let's do
No,
it.
but pretty simple. Kaden Jimenez. I'm from New York City and property investor, known as the Uptown, Mr. Uptown, friendly investor.
No.
That's what I'm doing.
How do you know me?
And how I know Sammy, it was through Lars, man. We met through Lars. Lars invited me to go out so we could just do some day game or something like that. We'd
In
just hang out
34th
and
Street?
also shop around in Macy's.
Okay.
It was in 34th Street, and
You know how I met Lars?
No.
He was dancing around in the club. That's how I met him.
And you were just like, hey, man.
Well, no,
That's-
Carl was like, "Oh, this guy's Lars," and then like a few days later, Lars was chilling at my house. I was like, "This is like an awesome." Like we became close pretty fast.
Dude, that's literally the cliche of his life. Dancing in a club.
Dancing somewhere.
Dancing in
and
a
then
somewhere.
somebody
You could, as long as there's a beat. It could
So
be
how did
a train track
how
running
did
by
you
like.
make a
da, da, da,
connection to Al? How did you reach Al?
Oh, so you want me to tell that story?
Ooh.
Oh, I'll tell
Do
that
you-
story.
wait,
Wait, how we met?
Yeah. So this is how we met.
did we
So you had a seminar in
yeah,
Greenpoint,
it was there.
and they're like, "Yo, Albi, I need you to come through." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know what? I'll fucking come through
That
because
was
I
the
fucking
first
love you.
time I started. I did my very first seminar on my own as my own company.
Yeah.
I had done talks before for other companies, but that was my first ever thing.
For
You
your
guys
own.
have been by my side since the beginning.
Absolutely, fucking day one.
Hey.
And so, dude, I saw what you were doing. I thought he was absolutely amazing. Not because of the prosperous end, but the way that people felt afterwards. They felt like absolute kings, like gods. You know what I mean? And of course, like we experienced that feeling. You know, it was. I don't want to say addictive. It was more so of an enlightenment stage. And I was like, dude, how can I not support this guy on his journey of
I
doing what
appreciate-
he's doing?
Man,
You know?
on one of the questions that they had, like two people who changed your life, he wrote one of them is me.
Yeah, bro.
Do you know how amazing that was?
Fucking
I,
epic,
yeah.
bro.
I lived
No,
over I
absolutely.
saw
That's
that.
epic.
I fucking got fucking
That's the
emotional,
best feeling
man.
in the
Absolutely.
world when someone
I was
speaks
like
well.
fucking about
Yeah.
to freak out. I was like,
Yeah.
what? That's fucking awesome.
Bro, because people don't realize, bro. Positivity breeds positivity. You know, when I met Sam, it was straight up. Can I call you Sam? It sound like I don't know. It sound.
Al, can I call you?
Can I call you
Jason?
Sam?
Can I call you Jason? Al.
Sam the wall.
like something else.
What was I gonna say, dude? Like when I ran into Sammy. I'm not used to saying Sammy. And
Wait,
so,
why are you saying Sam?
bro,
A
it
little
was just,
sentiment switch.
it was just like, dude, I really like this guy's vibe. You know what I mean? Like
I'm glad
I don't
that-
usually hang out with a lot of other people because of like people like I believe in spiritualism, whatever. Like Tony Robbins said, I believe in fucking energy, right? Straight up energy. And Sammy brought to the plate like this fucking auric energy. I remember when we went to Starbucks. You were sitting down with Caesar. And then Caesar's talking to you. This is another one of my crazy fucking memories. We were at Starbucks, right? You're sitting down, you were with Caesar, and as soon as I walk in, you lift up your shirt and show me your fucking nipple. And I was like, dude, I fucking love
must have
this
loved it.
dude. I fucking love. It's like, holy shit, his fucking nipples here, his nipple hairs grow as long as mine, dude. When I fucking saw him, I was like, AT&T, dude. I was like, I lift up my
Me,
shirt
right?
too.
Like so, it's funny that affected you that much. Cause like I've done stupid shit. Randy fucking came to the seminar with us. He was sitting down every. I'm like Randy. He's like, what? I go. I just blow him a kiss. He's like, he cracks the fuck up. He's fucking cracking up. And I'm like, Randy. And he's like, what? I'm like, man. And he starts cracking up. From a distance, I'm like, hey man, could you give me a?
Wait, who the fuck is Randy, bro?
guy who-
Randy, bro, from fucking Tony Robbins, the
The guy who was sitting with us,
Italiano.
man. Not me, not you, not Al,
Oh,
not Sonny.
yeah.
Remember guy, that
Randy.
guy.
Dude.
I mean, but you can't kind of like confuse Randy with Sonny.
What?
Yeah, I know. Randy.
Sonny looks like a Randy.
Grease.
Sonny looks like you'd be named a
Are
Randy.
you guys retarded? They look
Sonny?
nothing alike.
What are you talking about, bruv?
Why
You
does
think
They
Sonny
look
like
nothing
the
alike,
Sammy?
but you
Like
can
a
confuse
Randy.
a Randy with Sonny and Sonny with Randy. By the way they look.
Alike?
Did you not?
Wait. You think they look alike?
No, not alike, but
You
by
guys are
by the
totally
way
throwing
they
me off.
look, by the way they look, like Sonny, like
Not alike,
Randy.
but the way they look.
No, look, Randy. This is me justifying the
Even
matter,
character-wise, completely different.
bro. Randy could be named Sonny any day of the week. Did you not see his demeanor?
Dude, you could be called Petros. You could be called
Yeah,
fucking,
exactly.
fucking Helga.
Petros.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Petrov.
Like Katie clearly has like some fucking amnesiac like type shit.
Well,
going on. You can't.
Kadian's name is literally 3 letters.
Yeah, that's why, because I forgot my name.
You know
every
that for the longest time, I thought your name was
time.
like.
No, my parents. I had
Beat
a
you?
problem when I was younger.
Are you kidding?
No,
Damn.
I'm kidding. No.
You what a dick.
What a fucking schmuck.
Dude, I fell for shit so easily. I was at my friend's house on fucking
Damn.
April 1st, by the way.
I just have to have a serious face for you.
Listen to this bullshit.
Tell me.
Listen to how gullible I am. I'm sitting at my friend's house, 1st of April. Fucking known for that shit.
What?
I'm sitting there. I haven't seen him in a while. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm getting married. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, my girlfriend's pregnant. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be dead. And I fucking fell for the whole thing. And he went for like an hour spiel. And he kept on making it more and more ridiculous. And I'm just like, damn, you're getting married? You're having a kid? And he's like, dude, I'm fucking with you. It's April Fool's. I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. 5 minutes later, his fucking best friend starts fucking giving me spiel. Fucking his own fucking story. He's like, yeah, I'm getting married. And I'm like, what? Congratulations, bro. And then I'm like, it took me like 10 minutes to realize. And I'm like, sometimes you have retarded days, right? Like, it's not just me. Some days you do shit and you're just like you walk into fucking shit and you're like, is it me? Like, do you guys not do that? Do you guys have like a dumb day?
I have those all the time.
Like, as if in your sleep you just had a stroke, and then for like the next day you were just like strokey, And then you get back to normal after that.
He just he gave it a verb.
More of a story is Sammy has his like mentally handicapped moment or like day. April 1st is the day. Don't talk to Sammy. Don't message.
April.
Now we're talking, but like back on point to what I was saying. We're going to his seminar, right? And I get off the train at Greenpoint, the G train. I'm walking outside. And lo and behold, I see Lars, right? And beside Lars, I see you. And he's like all jolly. KDN is KDN.
Not Sammy.
KDN.
Dude, KDN has some of the best energy I've ever seen in my entire life.
Absolutely, bro. It's addicting.
Oh, I'll tell you a story afterwards that you did. Two
Bro.
stories actually.
We go inside the seminar. He sits inside. Like we didn't talk when we were outside. You know what I mean? Because like Lars was talking to me, whatever. We walk inside. We sit down, and then KDN out of nowhere, like seconds in, gets all fucking animated. He's like, "Whoa, let's get this shit started!" Yeah. Sammy comes outside. He's like, he's whistling. I can't whistle for shit. I'm fucking horrible when it comes like that. So it's there. You go.
Well, that was a weak whistle, but Sammy knows how to do it.
Yeah. He was just like fucking whistling. I was like, dude, holy fuck. It's like, where's Lars finding these dudes? Because like Lars is like, you know, he has like that fucking
Yeah.
he's got like that crazy fucking energy, bruv.
Yeah, Lars is a good connector if you think about it as well, too. Yeah.
Yeah, he can fucking dance too. He's Filipino.
Anyway,
This
back to your story.
motherfucker
Finish your
Bruno
story.
Mars.
Was that the story?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
how we?
that was
okay.
that
Oh,
was
that-
like
that's how
a
we met.
trinket of the
Do you
story.
want like
We
there's,
continue.
there's points from both of you that what is it gonna be like a gay friends podcast?
Yeah, this is a
There's
touchy
points of, like
podcast.
shit you both have done which have really stuck in my mind. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
One of them was you, Katie,
Which
and
one?
you showed up like hours late to an event. Like we told you to come to this club at like 10, and you show up at like 1:30. At 1:30 you come and
That was
somehow-
my regular time before.
Oh, kind of like
that
how
was-
we told KDN to come here at 6:30, but he came here like what, fucking 8? Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
7:50. Yeah.
Dominican
Yeah, I'll be
time.
there in half an hour, Dominican time.
Either
exactly.
way, he had like such an awesome vibe around him. He was like we were all kind of bummed out. I don't know what happened, but we were kind of bummed out.
Yeah.
And then just like that, the entire mood of the party changed. Like we were fucking having a ball. That's where Sammy the Wall was born.
Sammy the
It was
Wall.
so crowded.
Explain
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It was so
Sammy
crowded
the
that people
Wall.
were shoving each other.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
remember
like,
that.
KDN, Sammy the Wall.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm a wall. He's like, Sammy the Wall.
I was
remember that.
I was thinking that you have no
That was
ass.
a broken
That's
glass
probably
moment
why.
too.
Me?
Yeah.
I have a beautiful ass.
What are you talking about, dude? Dude, when we were at Tony Robbins, your sweatpants, that was a
Sweatpants.
faux ass. That was a faux ass. That was a faux.
Yeah, he's showing us his ass.
You've
right
got
now.
a cutie pie
Brought-
ass.
brought
That's like
down the
that's like a K-pop
Actually,
ass.
you know what? You have a plump butt, man.
Dude, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Nah, you know, like
I
Gangnam
have
Style.
just a tight, small one.
Like you
That's
had
all I have.
everybody
So wait,
from.
let me finish my story.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Fine. Fuck it. Go.
Anyway.
Go.
So then we go. We're leaving, and then at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, I remember. Now I remember. As soon as you said
Do you remember
Sammy the
what
Wall,
Do you remember what happened after we walked outside the VIP room?
the girls that.
Okay,
that
so let me say
yeah.
this story because I remember this so clearly. We're walking outside the VIP room, okay? Stop squeaking in your chair. We walk outside the VIP room, and if people don't know who that is, that's used to be shut down, by the way. A very, very like high-end snobby fucking club with like only supermodels. You know, as a guy, you're charged entrance as to how hot the girls you're bringing in.
That
with
was
you.
like One Oak.
It
was
is.
it,
It,
VIP?
Yeah.
it was actually bigger than One Oak at the time. That's how big this place was. And then KDN just walks up, does his own thing, talks to like some like 2 or 3 stunning girls because
Yeah.
they're all supermodels
Oh,
there.
yeah, they were pretty nice.
And then one of them hears his voice. There was one of them hears his voice. I swear to God, she melts and she goes hi, and turns to him and smiles. And I'm just like, dude, this girl was like she
Head over
melted
heels
when
with
she
it.
heard your voice.
Holy fuck.
And I swear, it's just his energy. His energy came and the girl melted.
Yeah.
And then she was talking to him, and they were talking for like maybe 5 minutes. Okay,
Yeah. It was
Ma-
about her accent.
maybe 5. I don't remember. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 minutes. And then the guy who had paid for the table,
Yeah.
who paid like 5 or 10K for the bottles that he was buying all night, he had been, I guess, working them all night to get them drunk enough so he could take them home. And he got fucking furious that KDN walked up, didn't pay a cent off the street, and was like stealing. Two of them,
Bum money.
For the
two of them were already like all over KDN, like, oh my God, you're like, you know. And he didn't really say anything. I swear to God, he just said hi.
For the
All he
people who are
said-
not seeing this right now, KDN is cheesing. He
It's
is
so true, though,
fucking
'cause I remember the
cheesing
moment.
right now. Take it easy,
Like,
buddy. This is in the past.
The guy gets out of the
It
limo.
was a good moment.
The guy had a limo who was taking all these girls home.
Yeah.
The guy had a limo. He gets. Oh,
Until-
he just shoved one girl into the limo. This sounds fucking like
He
this was
did.
bad. He just shoved one girl in the limo. The 2 girls forgot about him in his limo and his bottles, and
Yeah.
they were just melting at KDN. And then he comes back, almost like to claim his property. He shoves KDN, Cadian goes
Yeah.
kind of flying for like Cadian because Cadian wasn't expecting it, so he fucking flew like a good couple of feet back,
Really?
and Cadian didn't
pushed me hard.
flinch, man. He was still smiling, didn't fucking flinch. That guy looked like the biggest douchebag in the
Douchebag,
world.
yeah, man.
The girls were like still like while the guy was like dragging them away, they still had like one arm reach for Cadian, like they were still like they were not over it. And the guy just puts them in the limo, like guys, get in the fucking limo now. Puts them in the limo and they fuck off. And I was like, one guy was taking home 3 fucking supermodels. He spent a ton of money that night. And then here comes KDN from like nothing trying to get him. There was no way that guy was gonna let KDN have anything.
At that
He was
moment,
pissed.
that guy
When
knew
I
he
say-
was a fucking
When I say
bitch.
shoved him, I mean he fucking shoved.
I can
him,
imagine,
man.
bro. I've been to many clubs before, like Eastern
This was out
Europeans.
in the streets.
These in the streets.
Yeah, it was in the
All
streets,
this
right
was on the
outside
sidewalk.
Was this right outside Artichoke Pizza?
Yeah.
No, on the
No, not outside.
exactly in front of VIP room.
Yeah.
Exactly in front of VIP room, there was a decent sized sidewalk, very decent sized sidewalk, and fucking shoved him like crazy. And when I tell you he didn't flinch, he was still smiling and he was talking to the girl as if nothing had happened to him. And I remember that in my mind. I'm like, damn man.
Baller.
The reason why I invite you guys out so often is because of the fucking energy.
Yeah.
I forgot to invite you out last 2 weeks.
Fuck you, man. You like my energy that day?
There's only one, and it's me, motherfucker.
Man. All right, I'm sorry if I'm hijacking this.
It's okay. No. You're telling
Yeah,
a
go
story.
for it,
Don't worry
bro.
about it.
But you're making me
Please.
smile like if it's someone else. I'm like, holy shit. that
See,
was
like
awesome.
I don't have
Yeah.
many memories like
3
growing up.
weekends ago.
Yeah.
3 weekends ago, we all came out, and I don't know why I didn't invite you.
But we
I'm
made
sorry.
a memory the other day. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I didn't invite you. I'm really sorry.
Oh, wait, what?
I don't know. I think I tried.
business
I
will
don't,
fuck
I,
you.
don't, I don't remember if I invited you or not, but I'm sorry if I didn't. Al comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Al drinks the equivalent of a good bottle of whiskey by himself. When I say, here's why. We get to dinner. We get to this fancy Korean barbecue
Have you
in,
not seen me? I look like a fucking silverback gorilla.
near Barker Center.
Look at me.
He's
I
hairy
dog
like
down
one,
shit.
too.
That's like
Sits
water,
down.
bro. It's apple juice. It's
like
fucking all
8
water.
p.m. It's like 8 p.m. and he's like, we're about to fucking eat a meal, and he goes,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have a fucking whiskey, no ice, no nothing. And I'm like neat. I was like,
Beast.
Oh,
Fucking beast.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to
do
drink.
your
whiskey.
thing.
Do
Have
we
fun.
not have a stick and balls?
Man, then he would like. At one point, I saw him like when we went to the first bar, and he was already holding 2. At around the 3rd and 4th one, he didn't start sipping it. He would like look at it, fucking chug it, go get another one, look at it, have half a sip, chug it, keep going.
Just
And then we went.
fucking down.
And then we went out with Yanni, and Yanni is a friend of mine who has been doing very, very good in business.
Yeah.
Who
I've met him though.
he invented his own fan,
Yeah.
His
Delta
own,
Peg
like,
it's called.
his own fan for cars, and he's patented it. So no one he has one of the best cooling systems for cars in the world.
Yeah.
It's patented by him. He has a He's built his own. Oh, dude, he built his own warehouse and home. Like I helped him put in some shit in his home to
Yeah.
help him out. It looks like a 5-star hotel. We're talking about probably better than 5-star hotel. He's made it look into like a fucking mansion. One thing is his factory. One thing is his
Home.
His home.
Yeah.
And he built it himself. Built this fan. Fans doing it. Some servers in fucking Silicon Valley have called him, and they don't even need it for their cars. They're doing it for their servers.
Yeah.
Shit, really.
Dude.
Some,
no-
they're like, we need to cool down. So anyway, we went out with this guy, and he was paying for a lot of shit. And he was like, guys, I just had like this stupid success in the past year. I made stupid money. I got this. So he covered a bunch of Al's drinks, and Al, I don't think Al realized it, but Al like would have a whiskey. He would go to grab it, and then the whiskey would smash. And he'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, and then he'd carry on, and then he smashed something else. Like,
You're reckless fuck.
Dude, we got into the bar. The barman comes up to us and he goes, "You guys are fucking rowdy." He's like, "You guys are rowdy," and we're like, "Oh, we're sorry." And he goes, "No, I like your energy, but like it was a quiet bar."
Who was saying that?
Dude.
barman.
Yeah, the
Oh,
bartender.
the
We
barman.
went into like a cute little date spot.
Yeah, everybody's there
Wow.
talking
Six
about
people.
Viva la France.
Al was wasted, man.
So you didn't give a fuck.
For the morning I have this croissant. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like weird shit.
Well, yeah.
You know what I think of when I hear the French accent? SpongeBob SquarePants. Like the transition. The morning of.
3 hours
Dude,
later.
I always think of that.
Dude, I remember his face distinctly. We walk in, we sit down. The thing is, like, I refused to say I was drunk. All right, from my pride.
You were.
Well, you didn't black out.
I was.
obviously,
Look,
you
listen.
were
Realistically, I was fucking blasted. Okay, but for the sake of the story, I was
You
a
know
little
what- you know how
tipsy.
you know you're drunk? When you get
When you say you don't drink, when you're not drunk.
When you decide that the best way to get home is by Uber from Barclays Center to fucking
To Washington Heights.
Washington Heights.
I paid a good like $50 for that
was-
shit.
What's all about
50.
that?
I'm expecting more.
I was
No,
expecting
it was
more.
good. It was
I don't think
discount.
you even remember, but like, I'm telling you, like, because if you're doing like if it's a close distance, you're like, oh, I'll just get an Uber.
Yeah.
But if it's a distance, you're like, man, I'll at least get the train half.
Yeah.
The way, which, there's a train from the Barclays Center that takes you directly to your fucking house. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like directly. And he's like,
He could have taken the.
No, not
Yeah.
directly.
Here's-
Like, no, I have to go to Hoyt and Schmerman.
here's how you
Fuck
know
that
someone's
shit. That's
drunk.
not straight.
when the idea of the train doesn't even cross their mind. Like we walk outside and he's like, I'm calling an Uber, and he's like,
Did you?
and I'm like, I'm like, dude, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, there's no way I'm taking this train.
Dude, it was a fucking bougie moment. I won't forget. It was Sammy, Dana, and Jason. Jason was outside too. Yeah, because
Jason said,
I don't
that
know
was
Jason, do I?
He's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
at my birthday,
he's
so-
Brazilian.
yeah.
You-
You gotta show me faces. That's how. I
No,
remember
Jason is a
people.
cool guy. He looks like your typical Brazilian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's handsome as fuck,
He's
six
my
pack.
birthday, man. He was the Brazilian guy at my birthday.
He would jujitsu the fuck out of you. Wait, were you even at Sammy's birthday?
Yeah, I was there.
Of course he was.
No, but he came late.
Okay,
Surprise,
that's
surprise.
Always.
expected.
Yeah, yeah. You came when we were fucking dancing at the club.
No, dude.
No
he came down, he played the
bullshit.
game.
What? What
He
happened to your
played
awesome
football.
memory?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
there in the
Bro,
house.
were you?
I was in the
didn't remember
house.
what couch he was sitting on.
Yes. Remember when I was making fun of the
Wait, which
Asians
one
or
was
the Filipinos?
Brazilian dude?
He's got
I
a little bit
remember.
of a beard, tallish.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were sitting.
I remember the comedians.
No.
First of all, only one of them is a comedian.
Yeah.
Well,
Wacky
one of
Chad.
them. Uh-huh.
Chad and then his
Chad.
brother
I remember
came.
Chad.
Came.
Isaac.
Chad was there.
They
His
were
brother
fucking-
came.
Dude, they made the like having all that when Tony Robbins was saying close your eyes and remember a moment you're grateful for. I remembered my fucking birthday this year.
Yeah.
I remembered everyone in the room. I remembered the laughs.
That was awesome.
Dude, he said like picture it. I was sitting there. I swear to God, I pictured the exact thing. I pictured when everyone's sitting. I pictured turning, seeing my girlfriend smiling. Pictures like looking around and like seeing everyone laugh their asses off and like, oh, Sammy's dick. Because every answer was Sammy's dick.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Everybody was
that-
on your dick that day.
I don't think
Literally.
I'll ever forget a night like that. That was insane. I honestly don't think we should have gone to the club. We should have just stayed in the
We
house.
should have just stayed there.
I mean,
That game itself
It
was
was
really
great
fun.
energy.
I know, but
regardless.
everybody, like, majority of the people there, they
but
wanted to
here's
go
the
watch the
thing.
Lower East Side.
Having Wacky Chad as part of that. So Wacky Chad is like a. For
Yeah,
those
explain
don't
who
know,
Wacky
he's
Chad is.
You can you can YouTube him. He's pretty fucking famous. He's one of the world's best street performers.
Yeah.
And he does a fucking insane variety act where I know the script and I'm still laughing my ass off.
It's hilarious.
Like he's also very fast. Like I think
He's very quick-witted.
He's one of dude. Listen to this. He's one of the funniest people I know.
Yeah.
One time he was doing a fucking his act, and he was about to do the spiel about, hey guys, thank you for your time. I don't get paid to be out here, so if you guys can put in some tips. By the way, the guys, just to let the audience know, when you say street performer, do you know how much he can clear in a half an hour show?
I have no idea, but I know that if they're good, I'm pretty sure they could.
I don't know. He was hustling those little fucking kids towards the end like it was nothing. Little kids were
man.
running. He was like, I want more, I want more, I want more.
He's one of the how much?
Like if you get $5 per person. and you
No,
got 30
dude,
He's
he
one of the smartest
clears
people- he's one of
more
the-
than
he's
that,
one of the
dude.
smartest people I
No,
know.
no,
In
per,
some-
with
in
20,
some-
30 people, that's a lot.
20, 30 people. He gets
Bro,
That's
he
like
gets
1,000
he
something.
gets-
That's
dude,
or more in one show.
So here's what I'll just.
He does
tell the audience
backflips
real
on a
quick.
pogo stick, man, while
He
singing.
was I think the second person in the world to ever land a pogo stick backflip
Yeah.
on a pogo stick. He does unicycle act and he does like.
I thought Chad was
juggling.
a comedian.
No, he's a street performer, but he's one of the and he's also hilarious with his
Yeah.
street performance. You should YouTube this guy because he's fucking hilarious. Anyway, so one of the fast things that he was doing on the spot was, this just happened. Like he was saying his spiel, hey guys, if you want to tip me whatever, you can tip me whatever. This is how I make my money. And then you hear a car beeping in the background go beep, and without even flinching, he turns around and he goes, I'll be there in a minute, Mom. I'm talking to my friends, okay? And I fucking lose my shit, man. I'm just talking to my friends, okay? Leave me alone. And everyone fucking
Yeah, he
cracked
had
up.
great freaking energy.
But
I
like
loved
him and his brother were like anyway. So sometimes he's done shows where he's done like in half an hour it's cleared like $800 in a fucking
Nice.
half an hour show.
Look at that.
But here's why he's one of the smartest people I know, and this is why I love the
It
connections
takes
I
me a
have.
fucking day to make.
This is why I love the fucking connections that I have. Fucking his thing.
Yeah.
I know his friends. Some of his friends are broke street performers. Some of his friends are really good. He was smart. He started investing his money. He's the first street performer to like start using like he has a thing which is like a credit card dip jar. So if he has his Venmo on, he has all these ways because he knows it's a cashless society now.
Exactly.
He accepts Bitcoin, like all that kind of stuff.
I remember when he mentioned Bitcoin, I was like, wow, that's the way to go.
Let me even go further
Yeah,
into this guy's thing. So he does. So he's the best one to get. The reason why he can get $800 is because he has 6 different ways for you to pay him on spot. You don't have cash. Don't worry. I have another 5 ways.
So
I
this
do
way, there's
PayPal,
no
I do-
excuse.
I do tip jar.
Yeah.
Here's a tip jar. which has like a $10 thing in it. I'm like, oh, why don't you go a little cheaper? And he's like, and this is my favorite quote ever. He's like, people will pay you what you think you're worth.
Absolutely.
And if you think you're worth $1, people will pay you $1. But if he makes a minimum 10, they don't have a choice.
Exactly.
They will have to pay 10. They got a minimum. That's how much I'm worth.
Exactly.
That was fucking awesome to hear.
Yeah.
So $800 in a fucking half-an-hour show, all these little things. Then he started doing like performances at like gigs, like schools and universities and colleges would book him out to do performances, like big birthday parties kind of thing. Then he's been flown to like. Then he's done like not Disney World, Six Flags. I'm pretty sure by now he's done Disney World.
He did that private event. Remember that private event where he was a comedian on that rooftop at the New Yorker?
So hang on. He did a halftime show for the LA Clippers. Right?
Really?
Yeah, he's been flown around all the world like
Fucking
museums,
epic,
stuff like
I
that.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
the guy's a hustler. And
How do you meet him?
in Tesla, he invested.
Interesting.
He invested
Right?
stock.
You should tell him about
He
that.
invested stock in Tesla years and years and years ago,
Yeah.
and he invested in Bitcoin. So this guy's a person who's like a true fucking hustler.
Absolutely.
Like really fucking hustling.
Yeah.
So having like the energy of you guys, Wacky Chad, Jason's a friend of mine who I met randomly in one day. Like we went to like a co-working space, said hi to him, we became buddies. You know, everyone
Network,
around me,
yeah.
everyone there was a very special person to me. I looked around them and I'm like, these guys are fucking ballers. This is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Fucking epic. It was a great energy.
Let me tell you
It
one of
was
the
fucking
craziest
awesome.
moments of that night. So you had it was like a conundrum of fucking Filipinos there. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. You know, nobody's
man.
talking.
Who was the Filipino?
Nobody is fucking
Be
talking.
prepared, 'cause this
Sammy,
is
you
bad.
talked enough. Hold up.
I'm sorry.
No. So what happened was, dude, Sammy and his girlfriend are just like chilling, vibing out. Wacky Chad is there. No, we got up to do shots. I made you a gin and tonic with lemon.
Where was this? What day?
This
birthday, dude.
his
Go back
birthday,
on
brother.
that.
His birthday.
Before I got there or after?
I don't know.
Because I know we did drink, but I'm wondering when
you
was that.
come with Lars or no?
Lars.
Yeah, came with Lars. So you were there. So what happened was, so Lars' sister was there. I think they brought somebody else, and then Lars was there. You know what I mean? Like I do a kick-ass fucking Asian accent. You know what I mean? Like, what? Holy shit! You know what I mean? Like, and so Lars was there, right? And his sister was there, and then they were like, "Dude, I want to eat something," and they mentioned something about fucking food.
By the way, he had never met Lars' sister before.
No.
This is the important
Oh,
part.
right.
Yeah.
I remember this now.
Dude, I fucking
As soon
break
as you
barriers,
mentioned
man.
that,
There
things
is
come
like.
back to me in chunks when you mention
It's like you
specific
know how like some
moments.
people are like, I like to ease my way into
Yeah.
meeting somebody, so they get a little of me a
I was
little
like
bit at a
balls out.
time. I'm like fucking, I'm like fucking, like all
Everything
fucking
out.
speed ahead. You know what I mean? I'm just like fucking full force,
This is the
full
first time you
throttle.
met Nicky.
Too
It's
much
like
for your own good sometimes.
I don't think so.
You got lucky that
I
night.
don't
You
think
got
so.
lucky.
I
That
don't
could've
think
gone
so.
bad.
Because I believe in tonality. It's
hang
the
on.
way you say it. It's the way you say it, brother. It's the way you say it.
Yeah.
The
Tell
way.
them
So
you
what
said.
happened was like this. So they were talking about food, you know what I mean? And then it was like instant fucking karma would happen. Instant fucking karma. I think there was somebody spilled something on the floor, right? And Chad was there. We were talking, and then I see it, and I'm like, all right, fuck. You know, like me, like my fucking brain, like surefires ahead. I just think of something funny to say. And I see that water, and I said something. I was like, holy shit, you fucking Asians. And then I went down to like fucking clean it, and in seconds, all you hear is a, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look down, my pants fucking ripped to my crotch, bro. My pants ripped to my. You don't remember
You
that
spent
shit?
the whole
I
night
knew
with
your pants
with.
ripped. I didn't know they
He
were.
had,
Dude.
he had black lining. I remember this specifically.
Dude,
made a racist joke or
yes, now I fucking remember, dude. I
See,
swear to
I
God,
told you.
it was fucking hilarious, bro. It was one of those moments where I was like,
so here's what happened. You just
I
made
love
a
my
Tone us
fucking
down.
life.
He's
I fucking
trying
love
to
my life.
contain the energy.
You just made a racist joke, and then immediately your pants. First of all, racist joke is the person you never met,
This
and then
is
your pants rip.
it wasn't
That was karma.
it wasn't
That was
racist.
that 34
It was
karma
more
that
so
you-
an
It goes
observationalist
all
type
the way
moment.
back to karma that you met when you were 18.
Like something told me, like there was like
brought it around.
you ever like read Sigmund Freud and like Civilization of Discontents, like you have your id and your ego,
I actually
super
wanna
ego,
read that
whatever.
one.
You have like your angel, you have your devil. Sammy is like the devil on my shoulder. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? I never told you to do that shit.
No.
No,
But
that
you bring,
came out of
you
you.
bring out the worst in me, Sammy.
I'm just hanging out.
Look at Sam. Sammy's like, no.
I was right next
bro.
to him. I'm like,
Oh shit.
the way you came out in that case, I thought you guys just knew each other until she said, "Oh,
All right,
hi,
right. But
I'm
for the
Nikki."
audience, the
And
audience
that's
is
it.
like,
I
oh
didn't
my god, this guy is putrid. Oh my god, dude, just explain the reaction of Lars and his sister.
No,
they
they laughed.
were
His
fucking
sister- his sister
dying.
burst into like laughing tears, and she was like, "What the fuck? You're so racist!" she was having a ball. But here's the thing.
Oh fuck.
Al had never met her before.
Yeah.
He didn't know she was gonna react like that. Could you imagine the exact
If it was someone that was
opposite?
very
no.
sensitive.
I felt her vibe. Bro. She
just
was
walked in
smiling
with
or whatever.
vibe.
Dude, she was smiling. She's Lars's
She wouldn't
sister.
be there if she didn't have that. Like,
She
if
could have
was
turned that
cool.
smile upside down real fucking fast.
And if
I don't think it
if
would.
the smile did turn upside down, I have a whole arsenal for that too. I have
Yeah,
a
you
whole
would've
bag
been-
full of
no,
fucking
just
edibles.
Run,
I said edibles.
run into another one. Into another.
Another. Yeah, but
You want me to vacuum too?
Hey, you want me to clean?
dude, I was in Miami. All right, since we're talking about stereotypical shit,
Why
I don't know how good this
The
is.
Asian one
I
is
remember.
one of the
Listen.
funniest
You're the
ones.
Dominican. You're the Dominican.
German and Asians are the
Listen.
funniest
So
ones.
I was in Miami, right? So my youngest brother, his name is Andy. He is fucking hilarious, right? So him and I in the room. My parents are out. I wasn't feeling so well, huh?
Hey, brothers,
I don't know, man. My mom is just like a fucking factory when it comes to children.
how many
man.
brothers
It's
and
a Willy
sisters do you
Wonka
have?
No,
factory.
seriously, how many?
I've got 2 brothers and I've got a sister. So I'm the oldest in my
You made it
family.
sound like it was huge.
I thought it was gonna be like 45. I was waiting. For
Yeah,
45.
I was
for
expecting
20s.
45.
I was waiting for 12 at least.
Yeah.
When you said, "Oh, my mom's factory,"
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're 4."
I was
Bro,
thinking
bro,
of
bro,
a
bro. Listen,
vagina that
listen,
looks
listen.
like a back kid.
You're from Cyprus, right? Originally, you're Syrian. You're Dominican. I'm Albanian, right? Albanians is just cigars, beers, and we shit children 24/7.
Damn.
It's like straight up out of the womb. You know what I mean? And we just come out all fucking hairy and shit. Look at me, bro. This is like, I'm ready to fucking hibernate. You know, just give me some fucking beef jerky. I'm good. I'm fucking chilling. And
I fed you beef jerky.
you did.
Yeah,
And for
yeah.
that, I'm
I
grateful.
was there. I saw
Little
it.
pieces. You know, I was testing myself the entire day. But listen, we'll get to that. And so,
That's
what was I
interesting. I
talking?
wanted to
Dude,
talk about
we were in Miami.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
It was just
That's like the porno.
fake news.
The most
Hey, guys,
PG
I'll show you
porno.
exactly how to do this. But first,
But first,
First, let's get into this story.
75
Hold on.
minutes, 75 minutes about like my backstory.
now for a word from our sponsor. There you go. There you go.
75 minutes of sponsor ads just in one episode. Your content would be so sought after, man. Imagine you have to go through 75 minutes of ads
Dude,
Al
just
make
to
a
hear.
stupid joke.
I swear to God, it's like, dude,
He said it.
it would be
He
fucking
said it.
orgasmic. It would be like one of those fucking old 70s talk shows. It's like,
Wait.
And yet they're walking around
Yeah.
with products. Like, I finally got to hear it.
You know what dumbass video I watched today?
what?
What?
I'm talking about like really fucking like I lost brains while I was watching this.
What?
Have you ever seen? You know who Jake Paul is?
Yeah.
Of course I know who Jake Paul is.
Yeah.
Have you seen his video? It's every day, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I've never watched that video. What happens?
Yeah.
No, I've never watched that fucking video.
We may have to take a break.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's this vibe Jake Paul gives,
Terrible.
man.
Anyway, here's the point. So
Oh, Jake Paul, not
yeah.
his brother.
Yeah, the guy who wanted to
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
fucking
I know
Dylan
which one.
Dennis. He
He's-
called
he's
out
taking
Dylan
a break,
Dennis.
and I saw
And
his
for people who don't know,
documentary.
Dylan Dennis is like the
He-
BJJ fucking master.
He did this thing called it's a song called Team 10 or something. It's like
Mhm.
no, it's every day, bro. It's every day. It's like it's a fucking California kid rapping, or he's from Ohio or something. I don't remember.
Ohio, yeah.
But we're talking about like an Instagram famous guy making a rap song.
Yeah.
So picture as good as that could be.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who I guess people are trying to do anything to be YouTube famous now.
Yeah, he's like that girl who sang Friday,
No,
but
no, not
the
Jake
blonde
Paul.
version.
Some other guy
She got so
puts
much
a
shit.
video of him watching the Jake Paul Everyday Bro rap music video
Yeah.
for 10 hours nonstop.
What?
Wow.
10,
Why
that
do you?
sounds
How
like
do you waste your time? Like,
so he filmed himself doing it. And at the beginning, he's sitting in his chair. He's like, "Oh, it's every day, bro."
He fucking morphed into Jake Paul.
Fucking 5 minutes later, he's like, "Oh, it's every day, bro." Like trying to get into it.
Yeah.
25 minutes later, he starts looking like brain dead, or like an hour later, he starts looking like he's brain dead again. It's every day, bro. It's every day, bro. Man, at the 9-hour mark, you think like I didn't watch the whole fucking thing, obviously. I
Oh,
skipped
fuck.
through it, and you can see like he's watching it the entire time, and he's losing more and more sanity. It's not about the song not being great.
It's the repetition of that
It's the
fucking
repetition
song.
of anything like that. makes sense.
Exactly.
But dude, by the 10th
And that's
hour,
absurd.
10th hour, he looked like he wanted to kill himself. Like he
Really?
was like,
That bad?
it's so bad.
why would he put himself through that
mean,
torture?
We'll watch it, but we'll.
I don't know, man. It's for fucking views, most likely. Like, anybody will do anything to get famous, like Sammy said.
Yeah, like
You know
that
what I
guy
mean?
who had his girlfriend killed.
It's not like,
Kill
you know what I mean? It's not like, you know,
Open this.
he was getting fucking.
What do you need?
Just open. I'll
My
put it.
finger on iPhone.
It wasn't like, you know, it was like self-affirmation, like, I'm happy for 10 hours, and this motherfucker's a happy spot. I'm fucking happy! I'm fucking happy! No, but this guy was listening to fucking Jake Paul.
Oh, man.
Man, this is not the time for this shit. Everything's starting now.
Ah,
I
this is
think I'm
amazing.
starting to feel.
I still don't feel anything.
I'm starting to.
Hang on. Yeah, starting to. Same.
Yeah,
here.
man, that fucking coffee. That coffee is fucking
Yeah, that-
strong,
that
bro.
handles
That
those
fucking
drinks, too.
Arabian coffee.
What coffee?
What's it, Trisky?
All
Are
right.
you showing me fucking
Sammy's
Trisky?
trying to play us a video on
I'm
the.
filming this guy. Damn, how many people have done
On
this
the
fucking
YouTube.
challenge?
Dude, does he have a fucking strap on, dude? What the fuck is he doing?
Damn, you know what's funny?
What?
I think this is like the second person.
Second person who did that.
There's another.
Do
person?
people have fucking lives,
Yeah,
man?
dude, it looks like a bunch of people have done this 10-hour challenge. Damn, man. This
Why is
sounds-
there a 10?
I can't fucking do that shit, bruv. I wouldn't be able to do that.
I
If
don't
they
know
said
why.
if they said save your mother and watch this, and if you don't fucking watch this, I'll be like, look, mom, I'll find a
sorry.
fucking other one. You know
We
what I mean?
gotta
Like,
talk
fuck that
about
shit.
this.
We gotta fuck a talk
Found
about it.
it,
I'm
man.
running
Found
away
this guy, dude.
in
Watch-
the
okay.
different direction.
This is painful, man. This is really painful to watch. We're not gonna go through the whole thing, obviously, but I
But
got
show me his face in the beginning, and then show me his face in the middle, and then the end.
that's what I'm about to do.
Dude, this guy looks like he jerks off to Fortnite.
Basically. So blah blah blah. You think I'm gonna watch it? So
He's
this
sitting in his chair for 10 hours straight?
Did he know the
I
song?
guess
after?
so. I guess so. Oh, but for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He
So anyway,
practiced
so this
lyrics.
is like a few minutes, like an hour in, an hour and a half in.
Look at him.
An hour and a half in, by the way,
Yeah.
of like a non-stop 2.5 minute video clip. So he looks just like pissed off, kind of like
Yeah,
upset
he's
and
like,
stuff.
had it.
This is like a third of the way in.
Oh shit! What is that?
Look at him. Look at him.
This is 3.5 hours
He
in, man.
looks so.
You know what he looks like? He looks like, you know, when you take a girl to a restaurant and they're like, I want this, I want this. He's like, bro, I just fucking
Guys,
had
this is
enough.
3.5 hours in. Okay.
That looks so tuned out.
So
like
hang on.
Giving
First
up
of all,
on life.
would you ever fucking do this?
No.
No.
Like,
It's a waste of time.
It's wasting
Sammy.
10 hours of your life, man.
Sammy,
Like he's
there's-
looking more and more and more brain dead.
Dude,
I'm
he
gonna
started
fast forward
to look like Elon Musk.
I'm gonna.
I
fast
swear to
forward-
God, he's
Oh,
morphing
shit,
into
he does,
fucking
fuck.
Elon
Is that
Musk.
What Elon
Look at
Musk
him.
does?
Man,
Do every day.
Speaking of Asians, look at the guy in the back.
look how insane this guy looks. Like he's
Man, he looks fucked up.
He looks-
Like he just had a hangover.
You ever watch
And he's
Kim Possible?
rethinking his
You
life.
ever watch Kim Possible?
Yeah.
The fucking
Kim
naked
Possible.
mole rat?
It
That's what that
actually- it
motherfucker
actually-
looks
Oh,
like.
shit.
It actually looks as if he, what do you call it,
Like his soul just fucking evaporated, bro.
brain dead. Like he's
Seriously.
actually like numb. Brain, like his brain is like just stopped fucking.
Like
functioning.
he's on life support.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what it looks like.
literally. He's on
Yeah, so
fucking
You
life
can find
support.
this video. By the guy's called Mr. Beast, who
Mr. Beast.
That's
Motherfucker, we're shouting
We'll
you out.
find him.
Mr. Beast, if you hear this at any time in your life,
I
I
don't know
better
why
get
you
some
did that.
fucking props.
I don't know why you did that, but good job. I mean, I wouldn't have done
great.
it. I'm glad someone
You
else
just sent
did
people to a
it.
10-hour
what?
video.
Yeah.
I'm
There you
glad
fucking go.
someone else did it for us, so we could find out what it feels like.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
To be fair,
No, but
if someone asked you like, what would it be like to go through like one video clip for 10 hours? Like, I wouldn't do it, but I'd love to see someone who does.
yeah, but if you're that
One of
person,
those
So you mean that's a human
look,
sacrifice?
listen, man.
But yeah, it's kind
If-
of like Jackass, right? Like they did some stuff where like oh, they do like
to see
No, no. Not
Jackass-
even Steve-O would do something like this.
No.
No,
I'm
no
just saying.
fucking
I'm
way.
just
He'd be
saying.
like,
When
nah,
Jackass came out,
that's too much.
when Jackass came out, it was always like, huh.
I
that's
get it,
what
of
would-
course.
That's what it would be like to do really dumb shit, you
Yeah.
know? But you didn't have to do it. You saw someone else do it, you're like, oh, that's actually an interesting idea. Like they did some very interesting, crazy stuff.
There is no rational
stunt-
person on fucking planet Earth that would be like, you know what, Jake Paul, let me get 10 hours
10
of this
hours.
motherfucker. no
Yeah.
fucking way.
Dude, fucking one of the episodes of Jackass, like I've seen some really bad ones, but one of them was so bad that it really burned in my
Is the
memory.
one where he
There
gets
was
his
some
ass
that-
Which
cheeks
one?
pierced by a fucking steel rod? You ever seen that one?
Even that, like this is the worst thing I've heard.
I've seen so many ridiculous.
They
shit
have a
from
guy
from
It's-
them.
it's horrible.
ride a bicycle on like a little mini cliff, like a tiny mini cliff.
Yeah.
We're talking about this obese guy, big guy. At least in my memory, he was obese.
Oh, I forgot his name.
I don't think it was that guy. Either way, he's
Don Vito?
Was it the Asian guy?
Vito,
or the
Vito,
big
Vito.
white guy?
I just remember. I just remember like this.
Bam
like,
Margera's
Scarby-
uncle, Vito.
No, not
No?
that.
Big Vito.
Just one of the guys. Anyway, the one thing that scarred me the most was this fucking stunt where he's riding a bicycle down this thing, and then there's like a rope that's holding it back that's gonna make him miss his like
Landing.
his clearing. Like
Yeah.
if he could ever clear, which he couldn't, he'd miss it. So it like abruptly stopped in the middle.
Gotcha.
Wow.
He does that and he falls and he lands fucking cactus, man.
On a
like,
fucking.
like a field of them, man. And he
Get the fuck
he gets-
out.
And he's trying to climb out because he has to get. He has to climb out of it and get more and more fucking
needles
in his body, and when he gets out,
cacti.
like,
What the fuck do you call those?
they see
Dude.
those fucking thorns
Oh my god.
like halfway into his meat, and we're talking about each one's like around like a finger long.
This
man.
motherfucker was being cuddled by
That was
green
the
porcupines.
worst thing I've seen, and then I was like, "What about your dick, man? If you fuck that up?"
No, he definitely wore a jockstrap. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Most likely.
cactus needle and like your fucking
I don't
penis.
know,
No,
man.
no,
These
no,
guys-
no.
But he
no,
has
no, no,
enough
no, no.
fat to like cover a lot of things. So.
Dude, that's probably worse. So like for you, it would like go in and it.
And then it just stays there, bro. It, like, it
just
fucking
goes
blends in.
deep, man.
You ever seen
Yeah.
like ballistic gel?
When I tell you
People
half
shoot
a
a
finger-
fucking
Yeah, and
ballistic
then
gel.
it
It's like,
stays in there.
"Phew.
It's like the
Oh my
whole
god, the
thing.
trajectory.
Damn, that was fucked up, man. I'm afraid. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me some more.
How's
Oscar.
this? How's this? What? So the time we're running for half an hour. It's been 45 minutes. How the half an hour? We'll think. We'll start. Yeah. Just trust me. Half an hour. Half an hour is no big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
This is that pure Arabian
By
coffee.
the way, I don't know if we should take a break right now, but who's hungry?
Oh,
Dude, I could go
guess
for some
suddenly
fucking
hungry for
sushi.
No reason.
I want some sushi.
Okay, we can cut right now.
Sushi, brother. Yeah, we can cut right now.
No, do the German
let's cut
one.
right now. What? Oh.
German one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to eat some sushi now.
We're offline right now.
Yeah. No. We're still fucking live.
They can hear
We will be right back. Get to the chopper! And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little brief sushi break.
When you say brief,
That was so
It was
stupid.
brief. It was brief. And by brief, it mean like an hour
reading his
long,
breath.
dude. Hour fucking long.
The fuck is
What's going on,
Alright.
Katie?
We're
You're all
feeling-
animated.
We're feeling
I
amazing.
swear we went to food at like 10.
What
Was
time is it?
It's 12 almost.
Dude, we had a great fucking time.
Bro.
It was 9:51 when I called the guy, and I was like, guys. I
Wait,
was
that
like,
wasn't
buddy,
an hour and a half?
you guys better have
No,
tables
2 hours
open.
ago.
Dude, it was 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, he said, "Man, you don't have you guys have tables."
Yeah, I asked if they had tables, and the guy was like, yeah, if you come right now. I was like, buddy, that's what we're fucking doing.
He asked the restaurant, "Do you guys have food?"
No. I didn't say food. I was like, guys, do you guys have tables that are open? You know, because we plan to come. And the guy was like, wait, but
You're asking him.
I like how that immediately means like, oh my god, these guys are bringing like a fucking shit ton of people. The fuck?
Dude, we showed
He
up
asked
and we
like if the
cleared-
restaurant has what they're
cleared-
supposed to do.
we cleared fucking like how many pieces was there?
Dude, this was like an entire. If this equated to like food, this would be like an entire cow's leg. Like that's as
You know what's
that's
crazy?
fucking.
When they have like business nights out and they invite like 5 people, they get what we got tonight.
Yeah.
Like at
Holy
5
shit.
people.
No. You guys ate like 75% of the food you guys expected to eat.
I don't know, man. I did pretty good.
Yeah, because like when we
Man,
looked at
especially
that
with that
menu, bro.
dessert.
When we looked
That
at that
dessert,
menu,
bro.
Sammy was like, "Do you guys have any special rolls?" And then as soon as you said that, I was like, "All right, dragon roll, the roll, blah 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 blah."
We just
blah.
started saying
I
words. The guy probably was like, "Who are these douchebags coming in here, pointing at everything on the menu, saying, get it, we'll get it." You understand? We started with seaweed salad.
These motherfuckers. You
Nobody starts with
guys
seaweed
ever watch
salad.
Too Fast, Too Furious? Gaijin. You know, they're like this fucking gaijins, outsiders, dude. That's what they call people. We were definitely these fucking outsiders. Like,
Shinwalk, come in, show my Mongolian food.
this the good shit.
Why we Chinese build a wall? You break it down, McGregor.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was sick. Shitty water, please.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, this is an episode from
Shitty
South Park. This is one of the greats, Mongolian. Speaking of Mongolian,
Albi G, we call him Mongolian.
yeah, Mongolian. Dude, he called me Mongolian like 3 months before New Year's Eve.
And now I always call you Mongolian.
And he calls me, dude, there was like a fucking day when all my family came for New Year's Eve and we're
And he
fucking
called you
partying.
Mongolian?
I posted a photo on Instagram or a video on Instagram or I sent him a video. I was like, what the fuck you doing? I send it. And he's like, oh my God, you Mongolians. You Mongolian.
No, why? I have no
Fucking
idea.
guy, yeah.
Wait, he said that in front of your family.
No. He texted me and I was like,
texted
dude,
him.
I'm at an emotional high right now watching my family laughing and singing. This motherfucker gets. Not only does he gets my nationality wrong,
sensitivity.
he gets my ethnicity wrong, but he compares me to a bunch of fucking savages.
He had no
Hang
sensitivity
on. You just have to
to
say,
how you were feeling at the
that's not
moment.
how I feel. That's definitely not how I feel. This is just
Sammy's
random joke.
Sammy's
hopefully
a
people
random.
can take that.
You're
because you're just messing around.
You're a
I know, I love it.
You're a simple racist.
Dude, and Sammy was giving
I
me
just knew-
shit for saying that the Asian joke to Lars'
He said
sister.
the wrong
This
racist joke to the
motherfucker.
wrong person.
Sammy is just a very
You just
conservative.
got it wrong.
Sammy is a conservative. He's like one of those evil like masterminds. He's not evil by any means, but he's just there on the corner like, oh, who's going to be my next
We're a
victim?
domination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so hang on. Let's,
The nuclear bomb.
so Arnold Schwarzenegger's baby, right?
Please tell me you guys
We're
watch
talking
Kindergarten
about
Cop. You guys ever watched Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah, of course.
What's
Dude,
name? What's
the kid's
guy
like, oh my
Danny
god.
DeVito?
Whenever he gets angry, he has a big vein on his head. Oh my god, that's a tumor. It's not the tumor.
Get to the job.
It's not the tumor.
And he has a baby. Imagine a fucking 6 foot.
Oh,
whatever
fuck.
he is.
Daniel,
running
put
with
that
a baby.
cookie down now. Yeah, it's a great time, man.
Would that be cool if he did run with the baby?
How did he breastfeed that baby?
No, he didn't breastfeed the baby.
With milk from his teeth.
They're not that long, bro. He's been bodybuilding for like during that movie. He had no fucking teats. Those shits were solid
Did he
bricks.
poop this kid out of his butt? That's my dad.
That's a power shit.
How do you go from bodybuilding?
They fucking
to-
power
you ever
hose that
read his,
motherfucker. Yeah, his biography, bro. He was fucking
Total Recall?
Austrian, was a tank specialist. He was in the army. Fucking comes here when he's 18. Starts bodybuilding, you know what I mean? Fucking
He
muscle
became a
America.
millionaire before he was even a star.
Yeah, man.
Doing real estate.
Doing his fucking shit.
Yeah.
He runs
He's a
the
beast,
fitness
man.
world.
People don't realize he's a beast before
Yeah,
anything.
man. International
Then when you
Bodybuilding
also see
Association.
product,
Huh?
You don't see the hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't see the
Dude,
hustle.
all you see
don't
is
see the
okay, cool. Since we're getting like all hustlish, we're talking about entrepreneurialism, which is one of the things I want to talk about today. If you look at I was about to say Donald Trump. They're almost the same, right? No, but Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you look at his biography, man, dude, like on CNN or anything, like whenever they mention the governor and they give you like this small box right next to his face, did blah 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 blah. Was born here, did this, did that, and now he's the governor. This motherfucker went through so much. I don't know if you ever watched Bill Burr's skit, and it talks about like him being a man, and he was like, this motherfucker was born and raised in Austria, didn't speak the English language, was a fucking tank specialist, comes to America not knowing nothing, tackles the bodybuilding world, owns it, becomes a fucking actor.
The bodybuilding world.
The bodybuilding world. Correction.
Beast,
Dude, not only that, but he's like, people are like, oh, what else? And this motherfucker marries into the Kennedys.
Yep.
Who the fuck has the cojones to do something like that? Let's be honest.
Yep.
Think about it, brother.
He's just being a
He's a fucking monster, man.
And he
He's a
hits the
monster.
real estate too.
Yeah, that too.
Makes
That
him
too.
his first million before even going onto the
This motherfucker is like
music and
80
into the
years
movie
old.
scene.
Wait.
He's 80 years old and he deadlifts
Becomes a
like 600
bodybuilder.
pounds.
Bodybuilder.
And
Jeez. And then
An actor.
an alive movie star name that no one around the world cannot recognize. He put his face in front of anyone. There's people who are like, I don't know, fucking Paris Hilton famous or even whatever, but like, then you have fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger who no one doesn't know.
Dude, did you know that there was a guy who actually named his club Paris Hilton? Or yes, literally. Or no, I'm wrong. What he actually did was he gave a club to Paris Hilton for free, and just wanted her to show up because of her fucking name, and he would pay her like 40 G's, 50
You
G's,
understand?
so he can have much more
wait.
common money. Yeah,
You
dude,
guys
that's
know
what they
this
do.
is
That's what
a
they
thing
do
in
with these
Vegas?
motherfuckers.
This is a very big thing in Vegas.
Yeah, that's what they do, man.
Paulie-
It's like name
okay,
dropping.
so I'll just give you an example.
Yeah.
You ever watched the show
Jersey
Jersey
Shore.
Shore?
Yeah, of
Right.
course.
You've heard of the guys who are on it. I've never watched the show.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've heard the name.
Pauly
So
D situation.
you heard what happened with Pauly D?
What happened to Pauly D?
He's got a residency right now in Vegas. Do you know how much he clears in a night?
How much?
Again, this is some
A
shit I've read.
residency.
Residency means like he plays.
He's a DJ. Yeah, he's a DJ.
The club's resident DJ.
Yeah.
Again, this could have been a bullshit thing I read, so don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
But apparently, he makes like 15 G's a night.
15 G's and
From
that.
fucking like just performing at a nightclub because he was fucking what's his name? Then you have celebrities who are like Kim Kardashian, and clubs will just pay them to just show up.
Show up for a cameo, bro. A cameo.
I can't even pick a number, but I remember reading numbers between like 20K to like 100K to like 250K to show up.
Damn.
Because if they show up in a fucking Vegas club.
Bro, what?
But that's the thing, man. Like, you can become Instagram famous now. People pay you just to hold their tea,
Literally.
right? And say something. So there's people who are like 17-year-olds who are like fucking like huge celebrities, like millions of followers. You can't give that kind of power to a fucking kid, man. Can you imagine you?
Yeah, that's a whole
you know what it's
different
like?
topic of
You know what
discussion.
It's like child movie stars. But
Yeah.
we're in a different era where they don't have to act in movies. They just have to have an Instagram account.
You know,
They have
it's
an
funny.
iPhone or an Android, and they're able to take photos. That's it.
It's because like I
You
don't.
can be 15 and fucking have
That shit is incredible.
It's very
the
self.
Power has shit.
It's dude. It's very self-revealing.
That's not good for you though.
Dude, if you ever like read into philosophy, Socrates talks about his ideal state, and one of them is like for children, women and male, not being able to have such freedom or such like let's say contact with attention and power at a young and early age because it fucks with you, man. It really does. Look at a lot of these children. They're bred to be famous. Like there's this little girl. There's this little girl that does these videos with the phone, and she's funny. She's sassy for her age and all that stuff. She is absolutely amazing. I don't take anything from her. But she is, so young, and then she's just on there 24/7. And she knows that this is getting her fame, and she's craving it. And that's leading you down a spiral path
You know
to...
why your little brother's better than you in PlayStation? You know why he can kick your ass in Modern Warfare and Battlefield and all those games?
yeah, we learned that, Tony Robbins.
But no, do you know why kids can beat the fuck out of you in these games? Because you were born when PS1 came out.
Yeah.
And fucking Crash Bandicoot with like shitty graphics.
Yeah.
Your brother was born, and the only thing he first of all, and you got Crash Bandicoot when you were like 12. Like you weren't born with Crash Bandicoot. You learned that at 12.
Yeah.
Your little brother is born now into a world where he has PlayStation fucking 4, and he's got games of that level. You used to play Snake on your mom's phone. Remember that shit?
Tetris too, bro.
was
And that Tetris
insane
would
for you.
lag.
And you were older then. You weren't born. Like
Okay.
you were like you were like 13, right? For them, they're born and like at the age of like 1 or 2, they're like, holy shit, this looks like a fun game, and they like figure it out. Like that's the first controller they get.
Yeah.
It's a fucking PlayStation, like, and they have the capacity to do it all on the screen. Then you give them phones like luxuries like we never had as kids.
Yeah.
Like
They got more power in the phone than kings had
but
back in the day.
that's why they're captivated by this, because you're as a phone is insanely convenient, so convenient that anyone can use it, but it's meant to be convenient for the businessman or the average person.
Mm.
A child using it is given a playground that's endless.
Exactly.
Very, very, but it's also a dangerous playground because on this playground you have bullies.
Yeah.
On this playground you've got some fucking pedophiles out there.
Absolutely.
You've got some crazy shit. But along all that as well, not just the fucking pedophiles and the fucking bad people out on this playground, at the same time, your brain's not meant to handle a playground this big.
Absolutely.
Your brain is not meant to handle that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So what do you say to do?
There's nothing to do with
The thing is, the
But I think there's also good, another side to
I'll
it.
give you an example of a friend of mine, or a friend is
The
saying
double edge.
his daughter's 4 years old and she's got a phone.
That might be a little young.
here's
That's
the thing.
insane, dude. Like a fucking touchscreen phone.
Here's the thing, though. As much as I agree with that, it's not
don't agree with it at all.
generally our fault. The reason being is our parents
Our
are
fault or
baby
not, it
boomers.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But here's the thing, though. I'm not going against or anything. I'm pro everything you're saying. The thing is that we weren't able. We didn't expect as a species or as a race or as a society for technology to boost up in the way and fashion it did. Not too long ago, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, our parents, it was just blocks. Telephones were blocks.
Did you understand?
Cell phones were blocks. I understand everything you said.
I know, but
The
here's
thing is, our generation right now, we're troubled with how do we fucking handle this?
How do you stop it?
How do you stop it? Because this is not right. Because humans are not
only
bred to be
grab
this
the
way.
name of it.
It's only in this era of time.
When we start thinking,
Oh, you're getting that from the Freudian one.
One second.
Sigma.
No.
1 second.
This is just the course of
Constructionist.
evolution for human beings.
Can you turn off the IC? It's gonna fuck with the audio.
It's a little bit of audio noise in the back. And
Wait, because I have a good part to bring on this, like really hit the zone. There's a little off button right there.
it's like a little red off button.
Okay. So this is my problem with the whole thing. My problem isn't the fact that we're getting worse and worse and worse. We're not even thinking about this correctly. We're thinking about like, oh man, kids are only gonna get worse and worse, and we're only thinking worse and worse of in the next 1 or 2 years. Think about 100 years from now. Think about 100 years from now when kids have like fucking they're born like you can put a fucking lens in their eyes and they can fucking see screens and shit. Like they don't even need to fucking get on a phone. Think about how much, like how we would be able to handle it, because we still have a grasp of control. We're the last generation that sees social media as a problem. Kids don't see social media as a problem. Kids see social media as just a normal thing that everyone does.
It's a drug to
They're
these guys.
they're born to be plugged in. We're born, and we're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and we understand that it's addictive, and we understand that even our parents do, and we're like, whoa, we should avoid this at all costs. Like we have to be careful. Kids are born and they're like, this is the only way I have friends. All my friends are on it. Fortnite. There's Fortnite tutors now.
Let me tell you.
That make $40 an hour to train your fucking kid
How to play
Why?
Fortnite.
Because if you're not good at Fortnite, you're not popular. The better you are at Fortnite, the more popular you are. Do you understand what that does to a fucking child? And we're talking about like global popularity, not fucking local. Some fucking kid in fucking the middle of nowhere in fucking Botswana can fucking play against you, and you're playing with kids from like all over the world. You're talking about a child who's at 4 years old, who's being introduced to people from all over the world, so he has an audience of. What about those kids who have like millions of followers? And those millions of followers, again, that's the playground. You've got some cool people who say, "Hey man, you're a cool kid," and then some kids in that playground are like, "You're like, I want to kill you." And like, what? Why would you say it's like a 4-year-old? Remember that fucking little Tay bitch?
Bro.
Remember little Tay?
Yeah.
Little Tay Tay?
Little Tay Tay.
I think I.
Little Asian girl. She's like, she'd be like the
Oh,
little
yeah,
Tay
yeah,
or whatever.
That's fucking.
Truth is, like
Yeah,
that whole.
that's
If you
really
look
young.
at the sign, like if you, my brother, my youngest brother, he's into like this social, these social crazes and shit like that. Can't help it. He's in that age, right? I talk him out of it, but he's like you said, foot in, foot out, right?
He's probably both feet in.
No,
That's what she said.
with a brother like me in there, no, definitely not.
Hmm.
I point out everything. My little
Whose
sister,
side is
she's like a conspiracy theory geek. She fucking loves that shit. She questions everything she sees or whatever. She tries to find out if there's a subliminal message behind it all. You know what I mean? She's fairly aware. But what I wanted to say was, the thing is, society is craving this information, is this dopamine rush and shit like that. There's no time in history where we were connected the way we are. You know what I mean? We click into our phones, we go into Instagram, whatever. You can instantaneously see what a guy 50,000 miles away from you is doing, what he's achieving, and the things that they're interested with, hobbies and all that. So you have insight into these people's lives. Before, it was never like that. You had a little bit of disconnect, and that disconnect is healthy for the human psyche.
But we're never getting that back.
No, we will never get back to that. And look, as much as you say, you know what I mean, it's up to us as a generation. We have that power,
I'm not saying
bro.
it's up to us. We don't have
The chances, you know what I mean.
Dude,
I'm not
it's
being a
done.
pessimist. We can do it. Us, as in you, as in I, as in KDN,
There's
can
no
do
way.
it
There's no way.
ourselves.
It's done.
But as a whole, it's sealed because you see it in the generation after us. There is no way you can seal that. There's no
I'm
way you
telling
can bridge that
we're-
gap.
We're the last generation like this.
Yeah.
Who can actually see social media as a problem. Generations after us don't see the problem, and they will never see the problem because they're going to be trained into it. Eventually, social media will be like part of school systems,
Yeah.
like curriculum.
Dude, it's becoming socially
Well, it depends.
Like,
hardwired within the brain.
How's this?
I mean,
Let me ask you this question. How do you feel like-
Wait. Sorry, just last thing. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Last thing, I
Alright, go.
promise you. When you were a kid, computer class was putting a floppy disk in, learning how to fucking upload 15 kilobytes of data onto a floppy disk and taking it out and saving.
Yeah.
Imagine what computer class is going to be like in 100 years from now. That's what I'm saying.
Dude.
Yeah, but that's looking at it from the lens of it all being all bad. I don't see it as that way.
I don't see it as all bad.
I don't see it as all bad. Why? Because it's like every single time in history, there's always been something that evolutionized and just revolutionized everything in human existence.
But it has never been
that
like
connected
this.
us more, something that made something faster and convenient.
Railways are very different than a handheld screen, which will
Dude,
eventually be on the inside.
You
of the
need to
car.
realize that.
No. What I'm trying to say is, a knife cuts any way. You can use it to hunt and feed yourself, or you can use it to hurt someone and commit murder. This is a tool.
What good is it?
It can
what
be
good is a
used for
6-year-old
bad, and it can be used for good.
What good is it for a 6-year-old to have Instagram?
But that's a macro.
No,
that's
not
on the
that,
parents.
That's an extreme though.
That's on the parents.
So I mean, like just a regular,
Fine.
child. There's plenty of children that are lonely, and they can only find someone outside of their classroom in a whole different side of the planet that actually connects with them.
The
Yeah, but you don't think
So now you're gonna
you don't
take that
think-
away.
Yeah, no, you don't think they're missing out on real life experiences? You don't think that
Absolutely.
kid 10 years ago, that kid 50 years ago, would have been pushed to become social, and eventually would have become social? Sure.
100 years ago,
some of them-
you know, every parent said that same thing about what tool? The book.
Books have been around forever.
They said that before the books were around, especially when they were institutionalized. They said that every single time when the letter was invented, when books were literature, when literature
But
was
this is
done.
different.
Oh,
All this stuff is social, right? Now it's too social.
but who are we to measure that?
Because there's no other level. This is it. This is the
Dude.
final level.
No, that's why we were at our level.
But our level is good. After this is bad.
But look at your parents. Don't they have a different level?
Did they have social media? They had everything else. Social media and like the internet and TV and stuff like that. You can't go past that level. That's the highest it goes. There's nothing further than this.
That we've thought of. I don't think we've hit the top at all.
No, fine, I agree, but it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse.
I think it's still too. I
Your
think
parents-
you're thinking it's all
look,
bad.
It's
I think it
you have
changes us.
We've been sending letters for like so many fucking years.
it's
Letters have been sent for so many
No,
fucking
when the
years.
postal system was created, it was within the last 100.
What are you talking about, dude?
Postal system.
You don't think they had messengers?
You're going at it right now.
No.
Rant.
Regular messages, yes. When it was available to the whole public, and it became the postal system was
understand
made
that.
and everything.
I
That
understand
was different.
But you're still that.
And same thing.
That contact-
Everything happens all the time.
You write a letter.
Uh-huh.
You send it to a person. It takes a week to get that person or something.
Uh-huh.
He reads it, responds back. Now, you're getting information. Smack. You're being hit by a fucking bag of bricks of information every single minute. Your phone has so many adverts on it. He said the average American looks at his phone 85 times a day.
It's true.
That's not the same as fucking.
But
life.
is that a problem with the technology or the person?
No. Here's the thing.
You think a kid who's born today, in 10 years from now, right? 2028, right? Imagine him in 10 years from now, when he's born and there's another way to do social media even earlier than he is.
Mhm.
You don't think, you think a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old should be getting hit with that much information?
Absolutely not. The brain can only
But
handle
you're going to
so
an
many
extreme.
surefire
I'm not
snaps of.
You're saying 3-year-old. Why not just regular? Keep it 12,
It's
13.
gonna
No.
happen. We
Why do you have to give
you
it?
know why?
First of
Because
all,
listen. We were 14, 15 when we first got our mobile phones, correct?
Was that your stomach? That's what came out here.
Sammy made the biggest part of his life
Hashtag.
while he was
hashtag
trying to explain
smelly.
something. So that means he thinks his idea is doo-doo.
We were 14.
What you're saying is the equivalent of
We
shit.
were 14, 15 when we got smartphones.
Yeah.
I know people who are giving smartphones to kids now who are like, I know a lot of people who their kids are like around 9, 10, they have smartphones. It's only gonna get younger. Hang on, how many fucking 2, 3-year-olds do you see playing with iPad games because their parents just want to keep them distracted? They give them an iPad game and they fucking play on the iPad.
No, look,
There are
I agree
so
there's
many
problems
factors.
with
There are
it,
so
but
many
look,
factors.
That's the same dopamine as playing with a toy. Like,
Is the toy smacking you in the face 10 times a fucking minute?
what's smacking you in the
The
face?
stimulation you get from a toy, whatever, it's like a roller coaster for these kids because they're addicted to it. A kid plays with a toy for an hour and gets bored. A kid's go on social media or fucking like plays Fortnite. He's there for 12 hours.
You see, as much as you're
Yeah,
correct,
but what if that's the new normal, man? And what if that
Your
normal
brain
is
hasn't
fine?
evolved yet. Your brain hasn't evolved
And
yet.
the other part
You're
of
forcing it.
other part of that is what makes you think we can't just find a normal. Like, we do this shit all the time. That's what I'm
When's
trying
the-
to
No,
say.
no, no.
last time?
Look,
When's
the
the last
biggest.
time?
All right, first of all,
When's the last time we got
why if someone if it
Guys,
was
wave the
very
white flag,
permanent
man.
that whatever you do when you were younger happens throughout your adult years, if that were the case, then some of us wouldn't be vegan. Some of us wouldn't be vegetarians.
You're missing the point, man.
My point is
Vegan-
that
vegan and
we
vegetarian,
are
you're
capable of working that out just like any other tool.
Vegan and vegetarian is talking about stimuli given to you slowly. You don't eat 300 meals in a minute.
You're
eat
increasing one variable though, and saying
the
that
main
means
fucking
everything.
Variable. It does,
Dude,
though.
you have scientific variables and you have psychological variables, right?
3-year-olds playing with iPads before they play with the basketball. Their brain isn't ready for that much information. I'll give you this.
But
I'll give you
again,
this. Wait,
they're
Dude,
going
dude,
for
dude,
their
dude.
Wait, I'll give you this. I'll give you a perfect example.
I'm not trying to.
Let me give you an example.
I'm not
I've got a
trying to
friend of
dispute a
mine.
3-year-old.
I've got a friend of mine.
Saying normal
Let me,
kids.
let me, let me,
Sammy's on a route.
I've got a friend of mine who he's 4 years old. The guy has muscular dystrophy. So he's in a wheelchair. I told you about this guy before. Great friend of mine. So I hang out with him once a Tuesday. We do some crazy shit together. I'll tell you guys in the podcast. But he's 4 years old. He remembers movies in black and white. Like he because he's blind now.
Oh, he's blind. Why is he blind?
His muscular dystrophy is taking over his body.
It starts to tear away at your synapses.
Muscular
and
what?
neurons.
Oh, that's when the muscles.
It
Don't worry.
deteriorates your neural pathways to your
deteriorates.
body. Yeah.
And like you don't even know it until you're
He's
6 years.
4 and he has that.
He was at 6 years old. They discovered it.
Yeah.
At
How do you
6
get that?
It just happens. Sometimes it's genetic. At 6-year-old, he found out he has muscular dystrophy. So from 6 years old till 40, he's been in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Every year it gets worse. He used to be able to see. He can't see anymore. He used to be able to hear. He can't hear. He can't hear too good. His heart has stopped. So they have to get a pacemaker. He can't even pump the blood of his own fucking heart.
Yeah.
He's blind. He gets like when he talks to you, it takes him a while to get his fucking words out because his voice box is going. So many fucking. He's also diabetic, so he can't eat everything. So he can't see, do shit, whatever. This guy, I fucking applied for his volunteer program to like help out. I'm like, well, we've got this guy who's, I don't know if you're okay with it, but he's got kind of a lot of problems. And I'm like, are you kidding? Give me this guy. Like, of course I want to be this guy's friend. It's called Best Buddies, the program. I'm like, yeah, give me this guy. I want to become this guy's friend. Fuck it. Maybe introduce us. Dude, it's a very difficult situation. He can't do anything himself. He needs someone to wipe his nose for him.
Yeah.
So he asks people to like give him water, give him a sip of water, and they give him a sip of water, whatever. So slowly I come to this guy's house. Like he says he's just bored, man. He's asked nurses in the past to please grab a knife and like kill him. He's like, please.
Imagine being at that level of despair, man. It's surreal.
Well, he's just actually made a decision to go on hospice. Yeah, that fucking hurt. I mean, I get it.
Induced. What the fuck?
I get it. I mean, well, anyway, but I get it. I don't know if I would be. Able
Wait, to go on
That's
hospice.
tough, man.
All right, hospice is to take care of him, but you said that like he's decided to kill himself.
Well, he's trying to slowly stop taking his vitamins and his pills, and like he's gotten his mom to sign "Do not resuscitate, do not take it to emergency room." So like if something happens to him, you have to watch it happen. You have to just like let it
certain.
happen. Imagine being a mom and having to sign that off.
That's tough, bro.
The worst part is she's one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. She's amazing. She's fucking. It was his 40th birthday. She fucking cooked all the food. Got tents and stuff to make it outside. She made it Hawaiian themed, so everyone had to dress flowery. He can't see. She wrote a song, printed out on laminated paper, gave everyone the song, so we'd all sing it. She put his name in the song. She fucking got every single bottle of water at the party. She took off the label and put her own designed little label to make it flowery.
Beautiful.
She fucking went through all this work. Fucking angel, real fucking angel.
Absolutely.
And yeah, she's been fucking like, oh, she walks in the house, she's tired from work. Hey, Sonny Bun, how's it going? Like she's always smiling on her face. Sometimes he gives her shit because he just can't. He's tired. He's just exhausted from his life. And yeah, like she's fucking positive like crazy. And then she asked him, like, she said, I don't want him to live because I want him to live. I want him to make a decision himself. She was like, hey, Sonny, like, I know it's tough, but what do you want to do? We'll do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You're in control this time.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I'm tired. Like, I want to start making money. Like, people force him to take his medicine. Force him to do swimming. So he does physiotherapy. Swimming. You just put him in the water and you like.
You see, that's very tough. That's a
wait,
very
wait.
tough situation to be in.
So
It's a
So
tough
you
situation,
you can't really put yourself in your shoes.
You know what
You
he's doing
can't.
crazy
I
though?
can't put
There's no
myself
way.
in his
There's
shoes,
no
but
way
Steve
anybody can put
Hawking-
yourself in. Dude.
Like there's
No,
people that
Stephen Hawking can see.
huh?
He could see.
He could see,
This guy
but
can't see.
the same depression can hit you.
He said that if only I could see, everything would be fine.
Bro, you can't move.
How does that make? There's other blind people
He can't,
too, bro.
No, he can't do anything.
Look,
The
I can't put
major-
myself in
the
his
major
shoes,
parts-
but
Imagine this: the only thing you can do is wake up, pee, drink, eat, and go to sleep. You can't see anything. You can't move. Your nuts itch. You have to ask someone to scratch your fucking nuts. You don't have anything. No vision, barely hearing sounds. If there's two people in the room, he gets confused because it's too many sounds for him.
Sounds like a monk.
Dude, look
Anyway.
at that.
But
So-
That's tough, man.
Wait, so I don't know if I told you
That's
the story.
tough.
So I got him edibles.
Yeah, you told me. You told me you got a fucking
Did I
high.
do that?
Okay,
Yeah.
here, back to the story.
It's fucking hilarious.
I got an edibles, and one sec. Hey, we're doing a podcast. Yeah.
Hang up the
okay.
phone, Dana.
Bye.
Hang up the phone.
Oh
How dare
shit.
she.
So we're doing
How dare
Women,
she.
am I right?
anyway.
Yeah, she's probably obsessed. She wants to talk to you.
So we're doing.
Yeah,
so
she's
we're-
like, again.
Yeah, that was one of those.
we're taking-
Fucking Sammy,
We're
is he
taking-
is he
I
going
get-
on a rant
I
again?
get him to take edibles. I get him to take edibles. And you know what he says to me? He's like to me, "Thank you so much. That was really good." He's like, "That made doing nothing so much easier." He's not doing anything. He's just like it made. He's like it made time go by better.
Look at that.
Then he was like to me, "I need a favor from you. I need you to hit up this girl.
Mm-mm.
Check out this phone. Check out this girl." Turns out she's like an escort. He's spoken to her in 4 years.
Oh yeah, he's a Mac. This guy.
Okay. Oh, so
Alright, so
things
here's the-
work down there?
So the dick isn't
Isn't.
a muscle.
Yeah.
It's just blood pumps in there and it fucking.
Right. It rockets up.
Bada bing.
So down there he's good. And you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I watched Jim Jeffries tell the story. In one of
I
his
thought you were about to say I
sketches.
watched it get erect.
I watched Jim Jeffries make this sketch. Comedian. He took his friend with cerebral palsy to
Of course.
a prostitute to do all this.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I laughed. And I fucking got to relive it.
Yeah.
He
That's
fucking
beautiful.
asked me to do it. I contact all the escorts online. He tells me his website. I go to all of them. Few reply back. We're trying to fucking get this deal sorted. Then I hit up a friend of mine who knows a sketchy friend of his who knows a sketchy friend of his to sort one out.
It's like
to her,
human
and I
back
get on the phone
pages.
with her. I'm like, hey, thank you so much for doing this. And I'm like, look, I'm gonna warn you. He's like this. Are you okay with that? She's like, actually no, but I know someone who is. Like it just went like a whole story, and this took like months to get ready.
What?
And then because it was a process, man, and you have to get him ready. His mom has to be like able to like make sure that she's not home and like she's gonna sort. Because his mom, I had to talk to his mom and convince her.
You explained that all.
I convinced her. I'm like, listen, Sonny wants something else, and she goes, "Is it girls?" And I'm like, yeah. Which is like when he wasn't able to see, he would be able to go on the computer and sneak them in.
Yeah.
Now that he can't see, he hasn't been able to call the hookers, and he can't masturbate. So he's just had a ball sack packed for 5 years, and he couldn't masturbate. 5 years.
That must have been interesting for that
In
fucking
Mac.
escort. Shit.
So eventually, the old one
Phone
responds.
party.
The one that he used to see 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, how's it going? She's like, hey, I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's Sunny, because, you know, whatever. Let me take a photo. I'll take a fucking photo. I take a photo.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, cool. I mean, with him, obviously. She's like, okay, cool. I can come this day. Perfect. I show up this house. Fucking, I'm excited. I woke up. I couldn't sleep at night. I wake up. I'm like, fucking getting me laid. I get to that fucking house.
This is his thing too.
I'm fucking pumped. As a sketch, 100%.
No, like it's your thing, basically dating coach, and you went for this. Case
I
it
show
worked.
up.
Yeah.
I
Destiny,
show
bro.
up. He's in a super good mood. He's living his life. Fucking having a ball. He's eating his food early. They've cleaned him up down there. Like
Yeah.
they made sure it's all good to go.
The junk is shiny.
She's supposed to be there at like I think like 3. 2 p.m. He's restless. He's like, put me in bed. 1:40 actually. The whole day he was saying, put me in bed. 1:40 eventually we did. He gets in bed. We get him ready. We just put like a fucking thin sheet over him, just like a bed sheet, so she can just go completely naked underneath.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're gonna leave you alone. Let us know if you need anything, because obviously he's got a pacemaker. I don't know how he's gonna survive through this.
Yeah.
Fucking let's put a pacemaker on him. He's like it's already on.
Yeah,
so-
just in case.
no, it's already on.
Yeah.
It's in. They've it's inside him surgically.
Mm.
Battery lasts like for 6 years. Anyway, he's laying down. 2 p.m., 2:30. Hey, what's going on? Like we're just talking to him through the window. We're all waiting patiently. 2:45 comes. She hasn't replied to my text.
Okay.
3 p.m. comes. She's not there. 3:15 comes. She doesn't respond. I call her. 3:30. Nothing. 4 p.m. comes. She doesn't fucking. Or she texts me back. She's like, I'm on my way. Don't worry. I'll be there soon. Fuck. He's already been in bed for like almost 2 hours, right? 4 p.m. 4:15 comes. 4:30. 4:45. She texts saying, "Hey, I've been in an accident. I can't come. I have to go tell the news." His mom actually has to go tell the news. Me and her mom, and his mom, we're sitting outside in the rain. The rain was pouring on us like crazy. We sat underneath like an umbrella, maybe just to show if she came by the street, we were like, "Hey, we're over here." We were in pouring rain, man. Eventually, we have to go tell him sad news. He's fucking distraught, like he's miserable.
I can
So
imagine.
fucking sad. Next day, I head up to the girl, and she hits me up. She's like, "I'm so sorry, but can we do tomorrow?" I'm like, "Please, but don't fucking disappoint, because I can't bear to tell him again that you're not coming." She's like, "I'll come this time."
Yeah.
Fucking 2:30 comes up, no response. 2:45, 2:55, nothing. 3 shows up, she still doesn't fucking respond. 3:30 comes by, she doesn't fucking respond. I'm like, she's fucking flaked again.
It's flagged.
3:40 she shows up, and I'm like, thank God. She remembers him, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing, baby?" Da, 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 da.
Yeah, the
She
sweet
comes
time.
up with a fucking pimp. Now this pimp was like, she was like a, I think she was born a woman, but she was taking hormone pills to become a man. I'm guessing, because she was like fucking
Yeah.
jacked,
So
Pimp.
female
and
pimp. Holy
fat and
fuck.
jacked, and like she's got a beard and everything.
His name is Kathy.
Her name was what was it? Star. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Star. And I was like, okay, she had like blue hair and everything. So we sit down, and I'm just kind of like.
Sounds about
she
right.
goes into her room, and I'm like,
Fits the
okay, we're gonna
description.
do your thing. And he goes, okay, cool, bye. Close the door. We hear them talking, and then I just hear. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
My boy's getting his dick
Slobbing
sucked.
on the knob,
But
baby.
it's me.
Mom.
Fucking Star,
Yeah.
and then his nurse Sylvester. Sylvester is this black guy. Was an awesome fucking nurse. He's like one of the coolest guys I've seen. Who takes care of Sonny like he loves him. Like he fucking does take care of him well.
God bless the guy.
But I mean, they're buddies. But like you know, like
That sounds
he
beautiful.
can only do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he
Of
gonna do?
course.
He can't suck his dick.
He can't ask for
Yeah,
edibles
blowjob,
and stuff like
hand
that.
job.
That's my job. That's a friend's job. He's a nurse. It's unprofessional. He does.
Yeah.
So me and Sylvester are sitting there, and Sylvester's got this like thick accent, kind of. I think he's Kenyan. Anyway, so we're sitting there and Star's there. I'm like, so Star, how do you know Cali?
The typical white
And
person
she
thing.
goes,
So,
she goes, oh,
So
she's like, she's my girlfriend.
Brady Bunch
She's
shit.
my girlfriend. Like we go on a boat. She asked me if I could help her out. Blah 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 blah. And I go with her to make sure everything's okay. I'm like, do I have to pay now? Do I pay later? I don't know how this works. How does this work?
Yeah.
She's like, you can. I'm like, you can pay me later. I'm like, I'll just pay you now. I'm excited. Let's fucking do this. I'm pumped. So I give her the money now, and we're just sitting there. I'm like, so the news, right? Like fucking like nothing. Whatever. He's reading a book. Like he wants some light. Fucking turn on the light next to her.
Stacy.
I'm just-
Star is. I said Stacy.
I'm just
Star is reading a book.
And then I'm like, so what are you reading? He's trying to make conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
She goes, oh, I'm reading this it's a vampire author. And I was like, we have nothing in common. Like we have zero in common. Me and Star will never be friends. I'm trying so hard.
Yeah.
Star and I will
Bro.
never go out for.
You're hitting him up with like those lame attacks.
I
you
know.
know?
We're like, oh, so how's the weather outside?
So how's the weather
Man, I
outside,
did
buddy?
say, I'm
How's
like,
the
yeah. I was
temperature?
like, yeah, this rain is crazy, huh? And she goes, yeah.
Star. So how'd you guess such a name?
I mean, I don't want to go too into it, but I took photos.
What did he do?
What do you
I
do to
took
get the
photos.
nickname Star?
What did he do?
Guys, I have photos to show you names to these people.
Really?
Faces to
Wait,
these people.
names.
Show
To
us
these
this fucking
faces.
shit, son.
Faces to these names.
Let's go, brother.
Man.
Show us.
Anyway.
You will have to describe in detail what this person looks like. Auditory.
I think he did
did.
enough.
I-
Let's see it now. Let's see it. I have like this vivid picture of Star. Let's see what Star
hang on.
actually looks
With
like.
All I
blue
want
hair.
to say,
If I get this right, I am an absolute champ.
all I want to say is that Star, as bless her soul.
Wait, Star passed away?
No. I didn't like. Oh, she's such a great
You
person.
and her funeral?
Yeah, you said bless my soul.
Bless
That's
her
kind
soul.
of
I said, oh,
okay.
bless her soul.
Bless her soul.
She's
Okay.
adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
That's a first.
we will like legit never ever be friends.
Star will not be starring in any more of my memories from this
So
day
this is a
forward.
disappointment on his face when he knew she wasn't coming.
Hmm.
That's a Superman tattoo.
Yeah, he's got a sick tattoo as well.
That's beautiful. Holy shit.
Then this is Star. I had to sneak one.
Is that
Wait,
Star?
wait. Let me see.
What the
Get closer.
fuck? Dude. Star looks like a white
That's
check.
Not a dude?
What the
you.
fuck?
It's someone who's taking hormones.
Look at Star.
There we go. That's a better photo.
Star looks like the star center forward of a basketball team. Look at that shit. Holy fuck.
I tried to take a few. It was difficult because I had to sneak them in. She was reading a vampire book, and I was like,
Wow.
Right now is the perfect chance.
"There we go. That's the best one I got."
Dude, holy fuck. Shaved head and everything.
But
Wow.
like fucking like
But yeah, like scruff beard and everything else. All right,
yeah.
cool.
And then I
I
had
mean,
my
like,
tea in his dad's Harley Davidson motorcycle
Harley
thing.
Davidson.
And then this is her. This is Star leaving with the escort.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, they were sketch as shit. They were like so sketch. And then I asked him, I'm like, "Yo, how
What's
was
even
it?"
more sketch is you
Asked him,
taking
I was
photos
like,
of
"Yo, how
them
was it?"
leaving.
And he goes, and then he was like, he's like,
Was it what?
"It was really good." And he comes back to me. He's like, "Man," he's like, "I
God
want to
bless
say
this guy, man.
thank you for doing all this." And I was like, "Oh man, like
Yeah.
that was awesome to hear."
My aunt, she also suffers from
Damn.
a mental illness. You
No,
know?
no, no. Mentally, he's 100%. That's the problem.
But the thing is she's just like that in that state,
Damn.
you know. And
Wait,
so
what do you mean?
we treat it. She's basically in a childlike state, 24/7, and she's 74 years old now. She's 74 years old. She's still in that childlike state. You know, I love her to death. I love her. I really do.
It's just tough, man.
It
Wait,
really is
did
tough.
that
Look,
happen
listen,
later on?
something like that tries you. It creates within
Did you have
you
an accident
something
later,
better.
or was it just like-
So what
Yeah, when
happened
did it
was,
happen?
what happened was when she was young, she was really sick. She was really sick, high fever, you know. And one morning she just woke up and she was just incapable. And the same thing happened to my grandmother. My grandmother is
Wait, who was this? Your
my
aunt?
grandmother. She didn't suffer from a mental illness. What happened was, you see, colds are the number one cause of irreversible damages to the body if you do not get them treated fast enough. So that's why when somebody has a high fever, you might as well go get that checked because it's serious. And so my grandmother, she became deaf because of a high fever. What happened was, she was high fever
High fever.
At our age or at a baby age?
at our age. Younger, she was 12, 14 years
But
old.
I'm saying I think we'd be fine if we got fever.
Yeah, we'll be fine. But them at that age,
That age is too young.
at that age,
Yeah.
but even 12, like when we were at 12, we were running outside fucking gun ho. We didn't have any
That's
socks
why
on or
your
anything.
parents- Like our parents were like, "Yo, we gotta get checked, everything checked."
Yeah. So that's why even nowadays, you know what I mean? We
So
have
what's the
this.
cutoff age, you know?
That's the cutoff age. That's actually a really good
That's
question.
individual though.
You know what? Though? Maybe it's your body's maturing. That's why maybe you're still growing.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe, like,
Here's
stops it.
here's what happened.
Starts it.
So my grandmother got sick. They weren't able. They took her to a doctor, right? Apparently, the doctor said put some cold water or something on your ears. Bullshit. What kind of doctor says that? You prescribe them something for pain. And what actually happened was they were putting rags on her ears, right? And so eventually, there was this one morning when she was just sitting down. She woke up late. She sat down to eat. So we eat food at midday as a family all together. And they asked her to pass them something.
And then she didn't hear back.
She didn't respond. They asked her
You
to
know
pass
what?
something
Probably
again.
Like all the water going in from the damp rags in her ear. That probably messed with her shit.
What actually happened was, when you look at the eardrums, they're completely, it was as if they shrunk. They don't exist. So that little bridge after the eardrum into the actual sound receptor. So like in your ear, you actually have like these fibers. They look like hair that pick up pitch and vibration. They were completely gone.
Probably from the water.
Yeah.
Damn.
From the
It's
water.
insane, man. It almost like,
Because she had a cold, they put damp rags on her ears.
yeah,
To, like, I guess, lessen the fever.
exactly.
The water
It
must
was
have
like,
been there and, done some damage.
listen,
You're
man.
not supposed to be like,
This was,
your ears meant to be drenched in water at all times. It has its own
this
chemistry and fucking.
Yugoslavia at that time. You know what I mean? Like Albanians were persecuted in some
So
areas,
How
and
old's your grandma?
my grandmother now,
Now.
she's 86 years old. God bless her.
So you're talking about 80 fucking 6 years ago, man. Doctors back then.
Yeah,
didn't know
74 years
shit.
ago. They didn't know shit, man. They
Doctors
gave,
back then didn't know dick.
they were cultural remedies, man.
And wait,
It
wait,
was,
wait.
that made no
We're-
absolute
We're not
sense.
talking about doctors in the United States. We're talking about doctors in Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
86 years ago. Can you fucking imagine that?
That's crazy, man.
Like doctors anywhere other than even here, there was doctors doing some weird ass shit.
Yeah.
Let alone in fucking Yugoslavia, 86 years ago.
Bro.
Like around the world, medicine is for the most part caught up. It's like you go to hospital in like some random countries. Like for the most part, you'll be fine. Of course, you can still get fucked up, but like 86 years ago.
86
It
years
was
ago,
not-
man. You were in a
yeah,
different
it was a
plane. You were in a
different
different
world.
time zone, man. This was post World War One. This is before World
Isn't
War
that
Two.
Crazy that they bring all that into the future with them.
Yeah.
All those memories. They're like
Dude,
a messenger of
You
time.
understand that's what we're gonna be at some point.
Yeah.
You're gonna
We all are.
dude. Your dad being in a band when he was fucking in his 25s, right?
Yeah.
Well, not mine, but I don't think
Fucking
You get my
B
point though,
band.
right?
Yeah.
That's this podcast.
Your dad was a part of Woodstock. And we look at that shit like,
one of those fags who did a podcast.
fucking weirdo. Look at him. I can't even look at him. Oh my god.
fucking wearing
How could mom even marry such a fucking guy? Ew. What the
Why
fuck?
did he eat all the fucking cheeses?
It's like, Dad, did you ever get laid?
With the
You fucking
So they used
weirdo.
to use Facebook. What fags?
Ew.
Oh, he
Cunt.
covered condom.
We have corneal receptor technology. We look at people and we communicate without even fucking talking.
That
way too
Telepathically.
many gummy bears.
hang on. So okay.
Edibles? What the fuck's an edible? We download this feeling
just
within
to
our
wrap-
bodies
just to wrap-
instantaneously.
Just to wrap this up, the whole point of this whole story was
Sammy said it like 20
Sonny's
times.
40.
Yeah, he said that like
Just to wrap this up.
Sonny's 40.
I love it.
I'm scared of
and
water
his
on my ear
nephew's,
now.
and his nephew's 6.
Right there, bro.
No, yeah, thank you.
Sonny's 40, his nephew's 6. His nephew's a king of iPad games.
Yeah.
6 years old, fucking king of iPad
Who
games.
is?
Sonny, my friend in the wheelchair, muscular dystrophy guy.
Yeah.
He's 40. His nephew's 6 years old. I met him when he was 5. He was a fucking boss on the iPad. He could like fucking do anything on the iPad. That's not the issue. The issue is Sonny used to watch movies that were in black and white. Of course, he watched movies in like the 90s and stuff like that. His nephew, because he watches SpongeBob and all these like so much stimuli, fucking speed things.
Yeah.
He can't sit through a movie.
So much
from the
buzz.
90s. He can't sit through movies anything earlier than 2010. Anything earlier, and it's not enough stimulus for him. It's too slow. Back then, they would change the scene once every fucking like 2 minutes. There'd be a change in scene.
Yeah.
Now it's every fucking 2 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Flash, stimuli.
Yep.
Like his brain is just being overloaded with information. That's why I'm saying it's a bad thing. Because that same kid is on his iPad. That same kid is gonna have a phone soon. So him being hit with all that fucking stimuli, he can't even. He'll never read books, man.
Dude.
At some point, books are gonna be.
It's
They
gold.
will be obsolete.
Yeah.
Not yet, but they fucking will be.
Here's the thing. Do you know that on a single day-to-day basis, you have up to 40,000 ads that flash in a day in your brain.
Yeah.
This is subconsciously speaking, let alone something that we consciously seek.
Understand that.
So your brain is in constant overload. It's working. This information
Life is a
seeps in.
big life.
Stuff information that you don't even know about just subconsciously
You know,
slips
something
in,
called light
and it
pollution that-
primes you, man. It just like makes these brain waves just form, and it's very hard to fight through. Yeah, man.
You know what? New York City is a fucking big ad. It's like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
42nd Street,
gigantic.
Times Square,
Forget
all
it.
of New
No,
York
no,
City,
it's not
man.
even that,
All
not
of New
even
York
that,
City.
Not even that. Go to Astoria. The amount of cars passing by, the beeps, the fucking people talking, people shouting,
Yeah.
like fucking shit going down. You shouldn't be allowed. You shouldn't experience that much stimuli at one point. You can't. Your brain shouldn't be able to handle that stuff.
There's too much stimuli.
It is like New York City is, and here's the thing, we're not even close to done. New York is still at its like. There's so much further that it can grow.
I'm gonna bring up.
They're knocking more and more building downs, and they're all going up and up and up and up. You're putting more and more people on a fucking island, on a small piece of land. That means those fucking. It's like 8 million people in New York City. Imagine like having like 5 of them in this fucking in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Go all in fucking buildings. Public transport's gonna start crashing. How can you fit that many people? You can barely fit them now. You can barely fit them now.
What's
MTA is
also happening?
already running 100%.
What's also happening is that in the next
So
100
if
years,
it's growing the city. how much
New York is actually going to be submerged with all of this,
Weight?
water accumulation. Not so much weight. No, the ground is sturdy. You have enough limestone, granite, and the sediment is there. It's just the fact that
So originally
there's shit that we can control. We can't control weather-wise, and the precipitation in the air, especially around this area, in which we live in, called the Big Apple. So much water accumulation, especially like during storms we can't control. Like let's say Sandy, for example. Sandy. Like what? Sandy, for example, right? During Sandy, dude, we had up to 20 feet over normal fucking water capacity. That's 20 feet higher than the fucking
Yeah,
Harlem
yeah.
River fucking highway. Dude, you know the Harlem River Drive?
Damn, yeah.
Imagine that shit 20 feet above. I did a relief. Me and my buddies, we got together and
You
we
mean
were
half
just
the island
cleaning.
is gonna be
Yeah,
underwater?
yeah, half the island. I
That's
mean,
why I
because
like
once you get
Inland.
close to Uptown, like let's say Fort Washington Avenue, where I live, there's like that steep hill where you go down to Cabrini or the GW Bridge.
Yeah.
It's the difference is like 200-300 feet. Like that fucking hike is insane.
Joe
It's a
Rogan
whole
talks
football
about
field.
this. Joe Rogan talks about this. He says it's actually weird to think about living in New York City or LA or any major city like that where traffic's an issue and there's too many people in one area.
Yeah,
If a natural disaster happens,
you're screwed.
like a tsunami, or fucking like the fucking things that happen down fucking in Miami, like all the fucking
Yeah.
they get some storms there.
Hurricanes,
Hurricanes and shit.
monsoons,
Yeah.
tropical.
How the fuck are you gonna get out? Like you'll just be stuck in Manhattan. You're fucked.
You're fucked.
What are you gonna do? You have to cross the bridge.
Yeah.
How many people are trying to cross the bridge? 5 million people? Can you
To
imagine?
get
That was the idea also when they shot this thing, Cloverfield.
I've
you
never seen
have
that.
you have 1, 2.
Like they were trapped on that island.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which is weird. What a fucking
You have about 7 bridges that connect New York to Brooklyn. I mean, not to Staten Island, but Staten Island, you're fucked anyway. Then there's another bridge that brings you to fucking Lower Jersey. And then you have getting you to the Bronx, getting you to Westchester, getting you to Jersey, also getting you to Jersey through the Holland Tunnel, so far, so on and so forth. Or getting you to Yonkers on the Henry Hudson Parkway, the 9A. Dude, in order to steer clear, the only 2 highways where I can actually say that I can, like, up until like 181st or like from 150th and up, that does not get crowded anymore, is the 9A, which is the Henry Hudson, and then maybe you have. That's about it, really. It's just one. That's 1 out of 7. Dude, but even like the 9A after a certain time gets fucking packed.
Really?
Dude, you're fucked. If you're living in New York City, you are fucked. Something happened, God forbid. Thank God we don't have a nuclear power plant.
Dude, it's
Like
honestly
there was a
like,
trouble
Like it makes you think.
in Indian Point a couple of years ago, and they worried about it was going to wipe out like a 20-mile radius. Now imagine that shit in New York fucking city. You would not be able to move.
Even
You're
look
done.
at the fires. Look at the fires in California
Yeah.
right now. They're fucking fleeing from just from fires.
Yeah.
And they're still
Yeah,
stuck.
so
man.
many disasters.
Have you seen those fucking videos, man?
It's insane. It's
It's
retarded.
insane.
It looks like things are fucking melting, like from fucking.
I didn't see
like,
the video.
Bro,
Dude, you see like school buses melted. Like
it's like they got bombed, bro.
it looks like it looks like a fucking war
Yeah.
has just passed through
Absolutely.
in a fucking like few days,
Yeah.
and it just they don't even know how that started, do they?
No.
Dude, that lava cake
See,
is
like
really good.
they're saying that.
Wow, I just remember.
Please let's
how
not
good it was.
start with the food, man. That shit
No,
was
go back.
delicious.
By the
The
way.
vanilla ice cream and lava cake.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any.
You ate your last sushi with the wrong way. You know how you grab the fucking chopsticks? He used the part where you grab the chopsticks to pick up the
You're
sushi.
fucking shitting me.
Yeah, man. And he dropped the entire
Backwards? You
fucking
did it
thing.
backwards?
Yeah.
Damn.
He
Yeah, how
dropped
you
that
paying
shit
attention
inside the
that whole
sushi.
time?
You
Bro,
know what's
I'm
crazy?
just, I was in that zone, man.
We were talking
I was
about
in that
people being
fucking
retarded
zone.
for a little bit. I think KDN just went a little retarded. For
Yeah,
that.
he went, you ever
No,
watch,
full retarded.
you ever watch Tropic Thunder? You never go
Never
full
go full
retard.
retard.
You went
Never
retard.
go
Never
full
go
retard.
retard.
I hate to, like, end this conversation here and wrap it up in a nice way with just one motion. One motion.
Yo, you fart one more time, I'm gonna fucking drop kick you.
Dude, if you put a finger
You
in your
fart
butt
one more
again-
time, I'm gonna. Oof,
Oh.
yes, baby.
Okay.
You ready
And with
now?
that, ladies and gentlemen, we bid you good night.
Good night for Sammy. We got a
Oh,
couple
good
more
night,
words to
Sam.
say.
We'll
Not good
continue
night.
with that.
I'm saying we're gonna wrap this up here and we'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
good.
We're taking
All
a
right,
little breather.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back
After this announcement.
after this announcement.
All right, shut the
I
fuck
am
up.
so tired. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, well, fortunately enough for me, we knocked the fuck out as soon as we took that break. It was as if we were little baby infants being breastfed by our mothers while we were sucking the natural NyQuil out of their teats until we got high enough that we got fucked up and fell asleep. Oh my God. What a fucking fantastic night with 2 of the greatest guys I know in my life. And kudos to that motherfucker Sammy for playing it smart. Getting Katie and I all fucked up on that Kentucky bourbon or whatever that fucking drink was. And he took over the show. I hope you liked it, Sammy. It won't happen again. I love you, brother. As much as I love KDN. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? I think it's time for me to go. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next episode of the AlbiGShow. Stay sexy and classy, you savages. Mwah.
Damn, son.